expect me to remember right now?
We have a surprise for them.
Beck's drunk. What do I need to remember? 5
So-
minutes later.
Corey
What do I
had
need to
walked.
remember?
Barn. There's
Corey
something
had
in the
walked
barn for
off.
them.
Yeah, Corey had walked off to Cooler Head, and had caught up to Nala as she was coming back to the Jebediah's place.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I let Nala know she needs to go back because we have to hit that bandit camp like first thing in the morning, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So-
See, I remember.
If you want to have a conversation, now is the time. Otherwise, you can be like, hi, bye.
Yeah, Corey wasn't really in the mood to talk, as I recall.
Okay. So Corey just gives you a quick nod, Nala, and then we'll continue on.
Okay. Okay, bye.
See you back at the barn. Oh, I can't do Corey's voice right now, by the way. So
That's fine.
tonight, Corey doesn't have her voice.
Can you try?
I mean, I don't want to.
I'm disappointed.
Yeah, well,
I
you
just
should
kinda
be,
I wanted to be drunk, Corey.
B. Hey, Corey's not drunk. I am. There's a big difference.
Corey
Oh.
could be.
So
She's
the
like,
rest of
I'm
you...
so upset and lost in my memories. I'm wasted now.
Yeah. So the rest of you are in Jebediah's place, helping him set up for dinner, and then basically waiting for Corey to come back.
Who's watching
Because-
the guy?
I remember correctly, she wasn't going to be long.
Yeah, I was thinking like 10 minutes tops.
So you have 10 minutes time to talk amongst each other.
Should someone be on guard duty?
Yes.
Good question.
I feel like
We're
one of
having-
us shouldn't be here.
Am I there?
Yep, you're back in. You had just arrived at Jebediah's house. So you know that there's somebody in the barn because it's got a light on it because it's starting to get a little dark. Well, it doesn't have a light on it, but the door's open. You can hear some talking in there. And you know there's people in Jebediah's house.
Alright, I walk in.
Okay. Everybody who's not in the barn sees Shin walk in the house.
Who is still in the barn?
Isk is the only person in the barn that I'm aware of.
Okay. Ah, welcome back, Shin.
Hello. What'd I miss?
Missed some excitement.
What do you mean?
Well, some of the bandits came in and took Lisa, and we had to go grab her. And now we got one of them tied up in the barn because we didn't know what else to do with them.
So everyone's in the house, right?
No, Isk is not in the house. Corey's not in the house. Nala just showed up.
I look over to Nala and I go, "Who's Lisa?"
I kind of look at him and shrug.
That's Jebediah's daughter.
Oh, yeah, Lisa, I remember. I'm great with names. So you've been busy while Nala, were you gone too?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
I think I may have almost gotten arrested.
Fun, fun. I
That's-
invented things, if you really must know. I can go into great detail if you would like as well, but I doubt you do, so I'm just going to leave it at that.
Are you pleased with your makings?
Oh, yes.
Cool.
Assume it's something that's gonna help this town out.
It should, as long as it doesn't break. Speaking of, I need to make a manual about that. But, quick, you can continue catching us up, and I will write as you are catching us up.
Well, From what we've been able to gather, there's a camp with anywhere that could have up to 40 people, but they think it's either 30 or 20. That information we were getting wasn't that great. And that's basically all the information we could get from the guy, and should have some tracks that we could follow to their camp, but the ones we came across didn't seem to be too worried about hiding, so probably could be pretty easy to find them.
But then let's go do that.
Yeah, that's probably something we'll want to do for early in the morning.
You can hear Shin kind of talking to himself and going, all right, so if he does that, he needs to make sure that he gets this bolt back in the right place, and then, and he just kind of keeps doing that as you're telling the entire story.
Mean.
He's paying attention, I swear.
He can multitask. He is both sober and smart.
What we were sorely lacking last week.
We really needed your intelligence last week, dude. It was real painful how stupid we all are except for you.
The fuck? What is the int of this group?
Very low. Extremely low.
It's not that low.
V, what's your int?
Corey's pretty.
10.
Corey?
8.
Tig?
12.
Hey, Tig's smart. We got this.
Yeah,
You have a
Tig,
smarticle.
wait, your int is 12?
I think so.
Hey,
Hey,
you
just
ain't that
because-
stupid.
That's actually
She keeps saying
that's above
she
average.
keeps saying Isk is too stupid.
Okay, just because Isk has a 12 int, because of the background of Isk, it is wholly within her capabilities to say Isk is too stupid.
I'm just saying, like, I thought that Isk's int was like way fucking lower than that.
What is
I-
Isk supposed to know of this world or the human world? Of course Isk is going to be stupid there.
Hey, I support Isk and Isk's stupidity, okay?
I went the whole week last week assuming Isk had an 8 int.
So did I.
Isk is smart.
They found a solution to getting some information, but that's it.
Hey, Isk is pretty dope. You gotta give Isk more credit for themselves, okay?
I will give Isk
Amazing.
all the credit that Isk wants. Is Isk genderless so far? Like, do we still not know that? I still don't know how to apply a gender to Isk if that is even needed.
Impossible to tell, and nobody's asked, so.
So Shin is also going to be awkward about it too. Got it.
They don't seem to care either way though, so.
So, what are we doing again? Going to take on some thugs? Is that what I heard?
And about that time is when Corey makes it back.
She just quietly joins everybody. Sits in a corner.
Are you okay?
I'm good.
Amy starts dishing out food for everybody. The children are in a separate, smaller table that seems kind of cobbled together because they didn't really have a second table. And then she's like, "What about your other
Uh-oh.
friend?
Uh-oh.
Are they gonna have any food?"
Does a passive 15 perception see the cobbled together table?
Oh yeah, easy.
I stop taking
Oh,
my notes and
no.
go and fix up the table.
I mean, it's cobbled together because it's not. It's like a table that isn't really meant to be a table. It's like two nightstands together.
You said cobble. You know what I would do.
I know.
I
Do
go and
not
brace it
tempt me in
properly
this
and
way.
make sure.
You realize
I go
why
and
it's
brace it
cobbled
properly and
together.
make sure it's good. As the kids are eating on it, so I'm probably getting food flung on me.
Great. No, nobody's there. She's dishing out food, but nobody's started eating yet. And she had asked a question about your friend.
Corey is going to volunteer to take food to go and go on guard duty so Isk can eat with everybody else.
Well, all right, but you remember what you need to say before you eat, right?
I will definitely pray to Bahamut. I can't not do the southern accent, dude. It's it's impossible.
I will pray to Bahamut.
I will pray to Bahamut, all right?
Well,
I
bless
got
her
this
heart.
prayer thing going. Yes, she will agree to pray to Bahamut.
Yeah.
For whom she is a cleric, she is happy to pray to Bahamut before eating.
I'm
So
guessing
the rest of you get food, and she makes sure that you sit down, Shin.
Did I fix the table?
The table is fine.
Is it really?
Is it
Sit
really?
your ass down.
I will roll an actual perception.
The table is about as good as you can get without pissing her off.
Oh. I sit down and continue taking more notes.
All right, now everybody hold hands.
I whisper over to Nella again. What's going on?
I guess we're getting friendly.
Hey.
You want to take the hand?
Almost overly eagerly reaches out my hand towards her. Who's on my right? Who's on my other side then?
Somebody.
Somebody.
Whoever wants to be on the other side.
Somebody that I used to.
We'll say that you're at the end of the table because you're trying to fix the
Somebody.
children. And Goldie is on your right.
Hand held. Someone is also partially holding a pen. Or
Does somebody
quill.
else want to start the prayer this time?
What are we? What?
Close your eyes, bow your head.
All right, I'll do it. That's fine. That's fine. I understand. Everybody can be shy.
I think I'm gone, right?
Yes,
bow
you're
my
gone.
head completely
Yeah.
confused about this and this whole endeavor.
Hey, Bahamut Paladin, you don't want to offer to pray there?
Hey, Bahama Paladin, other holy figure of the church.
So she bows her head and she goes, "Thank thee, O Lord, for these thy gifts which we are about to receive through Brahman our Lord. Amen."
Amen.
Awkwardly, like peeks up and looks to see if everyone else is done.
Yep, everybody else is done. They all say amen.
Awkwardly says amen after everyone else not really realizing. And then continues writing more notes, now giving awkward glances around as I do so.
So there is small chatter among the table. What'd you do? How's everybody? That was really cool what you did. Oh wait, she's not here. Curiosity as to who that extra person is with you guys.
Who?
Yeah, it's the guy you get brought out into the barn.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, that's
Oh, that guy I also don't really know about.
Yeah, you were
that's-
gone most of the day. They brought them over some reason, I don't know.
That's one of the bandits. We were trying to get him to tell us about his friend.
Oh, right. You were saying that as I was taking notes. I was listening, I swear.
Starting to think you weren't.
I was, or else I wouldn't have been able to repeat that.
Hmm.
Was Isk being tagged in to come into the house so Corey could take guard duty?
That was the intent, yes.
Okay. Isk can come in at this point.
Oh, there's your friend. Here, let me put some food for you.
3 hours later.
Dinner's finished.
Yeah, wait until the end of the whole thing.
Saying Is didn't want to also join me awkwardly in saying prayer.
Isk learned not to wait outside until they were done.
Putting that 12 into use.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, dinner goes without a hitch. Kids go out to play. The Amy and Jebediah go to clean up after.
That should
I
probably help
refrain from
clean.
trying to come up with something to help them clean up easier. And I finish my quick kind of scroll of notes. And I say, hey, I'll be right back. I actually have to go give this to that guy.
Oh no, he's gonna leave for 2 days again.
He was only gone for a day.
Hey, I wasn't there. That's Bex. Corey is not with you. That is my personal opinion.
Well, you need to go give this to a dwarf, so I will be right back.
All right. See you when you get back.
Don't murder anyone while I'm gone, I guess? Because you guys have been having weird issues.
Haven't murdered anybody yet.
Try not to take too long.
Tig's throwing shade for me. Thank you, Tig.
Okay, bye. And I leave. All right, Silent. I'll see you guys Friday. Next
Wow.
Friday.
Wow, what a
Wow.
douche. Getting real dicky up in here. I'm not
Wants
in
to
for
be a
it.
player. Keeps running off.
You won't find the dwarf at his forge. Make me an int check.
The Dwarven Forge?
Not, yes, the dwarven forge.
Yeah, you're welcome for that really voice joke I just made.
Before making an int check for it, I actually just check and see if there's like a drop-off box for any sort of mail or anything that this guy would
Oh,
just
yeah.
pick up at some point.
Definitely drop off.
Then I
drop off.
I put it in
Okay.
that, and I just
Got
go
it.
come back.
All right, that takes you 15 minutes.
Is the world over by the time I get back?
Yeah.
hmm
It's the end of the world as you know it.
Okay, just making
Maybe
sure
he
that
feels
everything
fine.
went to shit.
No, we're all dead, actually.
Well, I am not a divine caster, so you guys are fucked.
Corey, making me a perception check.
You
Starting.
got it, boss. Where's perception?
Was literally about to be like, I don't know about anybody else, but our hostage probably is going to be.
That show up there? It did not. I rolled a 26, but it didn't show up in Foundry for some reason.
Okay, so you notice that the guy's loosened his wrappings, but he's trying to be sneaky about it and acting like he doesn't know.
So, am I still alone, or is this after they've joined me back again?
You are still alone unless somebody has said they joined you back.
I will, try and fix that while flicking him on the back of the head and telling him to fucking stop it.
All right. Make me a
Was it survival
Athletics.
last time?
what's that?
Athletics.
Yeah,
I thought it was
because
survival last time, but I'll do
it
it.
was, but he's trying to get away. Now that
Okay.
he realizes you notice.
Aha! Okay, I'm fighting him. Excellent. I rolled a natural 1. That's a 4.
Okay. He slips out of your grasp before you can get him, but he's still tied up in ways that it's making it difficult for him to actually leave. But he
Hold
is starting.
person.
He's moving. He's moving at
Hold
half speed
person.
right now.
I
Hold
hold person
person.
him.
Okay. All right. What is whole person? That's
That's a wisdom 14 saving throw.
he makes it
Shit.
and runs out the door.
Okay, I both yell and chase him and try to hit him with my warhammer.
All right.
But I'm calling for the group as I chase him and try to hit him with my warhammer.
So
I
everybody
assume
else
he's not
gets to
faster
hear
than
that.
me.
All right, I run out and
Same.
So you all run out. You see the guy still hobbling a little bit because he's got the rope around his ankles that he's loosened up at this time. And he's kind of freeing himself completely, but you all have the ability to catch up and do something to him.
I'll cast sleep on him.
All
Nice.
right. That's an automatic hit if I remember correctly. Roll your dice.
Let's see. How many dice is that? 5d8.
You have sleep as a paladin?
Mhm.
I didn't know paladins got sleep.
Might be one of them from the oath.
Ah, okay.
22.
Oh yeah, he's out. Takes like 3 steps, sleep, thunk.
Run up and tie him up.
All right. Make
Great, thank
me
you.
a survival roll.
Am I gone or back?
You are still gone.
All right.
Jebediah had run out the door with a pitchfork. What? Who? Where?
13.
All right. What did the rest of you do?
Help carry him back to the fucking barn. Help tie him back up again, I guess.
All right.
I will assist.
Okay. Are you tying him any differently, or are you just bandaging his arms and feet?
What can we do that's creative? Should we tie his hands and feet together and tie him to the pole? That sounds fun.
So, do you have survival?
Yeah, I'm not proficient in survival, no.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's what she offers.
Hey, it's just a suggestion. I got an 8 intelligence. Feel free to argue with me.
I'm gonna say that's probably not gonna be helpful.
Okay. What should we do? I just don't really want to keep chasing this guy all night.
Probably.
Tie the hands and feet together behind him.
Mm-hmm.
You know that's going to be really awkward. Because to get the hands and feet together, you're basically hog tying them.
Yeah,
Would
exactly.
slow him down.
It would very much slow him down, but that is not a very dignified way of tying somebody up.
Probably.
Jeez, I don't know why you think we give a shit about this guy's fucking dignity.
It's not high
Tie
on the
his
list
arms
right now.
around a post behind him and get some string and tie his thumbs together.
Okay.
There we go. There's that survival proficiency.
All right, make me another survival roll.
Can we assist him?
Sure.
Cool.
If
Can
he's
he
fast
take a
enough.
10?
Yeah, that would be a 14 if I can take a 10.
If you want to, that's up to you.
Can give an additional assist if that's possible too.
I'm just saying, advantage.
Yeah, so you can either take a 10 or you get advantage. You can't. Those don't combine.
I'll give this a try. Hey, that's a 22.
Yee.
So you feel pretty confident in your tying him up, both his thumbs and him to the pole, to the point where you think you've just hog-tied. You've tied him up really well, but then you're like, I don't know how easily we can get him out of this in case he's going to need to go to the bathroom or anything, or if we're just going to let him piss himself.
Yep. Also, he's gagged again because this guy's an asshole.
All right.
Wasn't he
So he
gagged
wakes
already?
back up. He wakes back up and is pretty livid, but obviously can't say anything because he's gagged. Makes a lot of noises. But that's about it.
I bonk him on the head, not in a damaging way, just in a bonking him on the head way, and I'm like, fucking stop it!
Got it. What do the rest of you
Because
do?
Corey is too dice for this shit, okay?
What do the rest of you do?
Do we have a plan of attack for the camp? Do,
No, and we probably need one.
Do we know where the camp is?
Yes. We know how to find it.
Yeah, we couldn't get him to tell us where it was, but should be easy enough to find it at this point.
So
there
what are we
tracks we
gonna
can follow?
what are we gonna do with him? Well, in the meantime.
Originally,
We
we
wish-
had 3 of them.
Wait,
Yes,
what?
we wish we knew the answer to that question. We would love to know what to do with this fucking guy.
Not sure what to do with him.
I don't necessarily think he needs to be left here alone.
Yeah, but
Especially tied up like this.
well, issue we run into is if we're wanting to try and sneak into the camp, if we let him go, then he'd warn everybody about us coming.
And they have no jail here, so we can't put him there either.
If we leave him with the guard of this town, I'm pretty sure we will not come back to find him alive.
Oh yeah, they definitely have threatened to kill him a lot.
Also,
Am I back yet?
everyone in the town has.
Oh yeah, you're back right now, Shin. Sorry.
Can Shin make us a
Am I overhearing all of this?
Absolutely.
Hey guys, this is where you guys are. Hey, can we go back to the house? I don't need to look at whoever that guy is.
All right.
Wonder if someone stays to guard him since he just got away for a second.
Does a passive 15 perception see how well they tied him up?
Sure. Do you have any survival?
No, I'm just going off of perception, just literally going, seeing his thumbs tied together, his wrists tied together behind the pole and everything.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. They've definitely tied him up to the point where you're like, that's a lot of rope to get through, regardless of who you are.
Okay. Nah, I don't think he needs a guard at this point. You guys, he might be losing those thumbs. I'm gonna be honest. Let's go inside.
He kind of gives you a look of like, did he just threaten me?
Is MPT around by any chance? It's out of character question.
I don't see why it wouldn't be, unless Miser.
MPT is sitting huddled next to Isk right now.
Okay.
Kind of looks up at you as you mentioned. Oh wait, you said that out again. Never mind.
Sorry, I was just wondering whether or not he was like here with us or not.
Isk has found a
All right.
solution.
So, in game, does Isk mention anything about MPT?
Yes. Could your panther watch him for us?
That is a brilliant plan. Yes, MPT, why don't you do that for us? MPT looks up at me, looks over at Isk, looks over at the guy in that's tied up to the post, walks over to the guy tied up to the post, and lays right next to him, like, kind of nudging up against his leg.
He tries to squirm away and has this look of like, what the ever living fuck is this thing?
MPT just lays down.
I like your panther.
I like it too.
I like MPT as well. we can go talk in the other house now.
Yep.
Alright, let's go.
Finally, get out of this barn for more than 10 minutes.
Yep. This is definitely something we were talking about last game that we could not do.
We missed you all day today, Shin.
I
For so
was
many
just-
reasons.
At the blacksmith, you could have got me at any point.
I thought we looked
Out
there.
of character, you were not at the blacksmith. You were.
I was just with the dwarf. You could have got me at any point.
There we go.
I swear we looked there, but it is irrelevant.
We were chasing the bandits.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. We got distracted really, really early. That's right.
And as we're talking and we get back into the house, away from the guy's ability to spy on us, I say, you guys talk very loud and you are just basically telling him our plans right in front of him this whole time. Why?
We didn't have any other way to keep him from running away except to guard him.
You were the only one with the metal panther.
But why talk about the plans in front of him?
This did not escape Bex's notice, but it did escape Corey.
And that's when Corey remembers there are other people in their party who plan this stuff.
Mm-hmm. Corey chillin'.
Okay. Besides the point, you said you know where the camp is? Like you have an exact location? You know how to get to it?
We have
we-
tracks we can follow. One of them got away.
Okay. It's been a while. Those are probably just going to be fading more and more as time goes. Is that true? I look over to someone with more survival than me. Who has more survival in this group?
I'm trained.
I look over to Nala then. Is that true? Like, tracks can decay due to weather and other effects over time because nature is a thing?
Yeah.
What's the weather
Okay.
been like?
The weather is currently pretty sunny, a little bit of rain.
Little bit of rain.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah.
We do have the approximate direction that we were going at that time.
Got a direction, but if we take too long, the tracks will probably be hard to follow in this rain.
Conjecture. What if we let him go in a way that makes him think he escaped on his own?
And then he leads us to his friends.
Although I'm not really sneaky. Are any of you sneaky?
I'm not sneaky.
Nope.
Sort of.
Surprisingly, I'm a little sneaky. Don't think about it too hard.
Looking at the extremely tall Goliath. Uh-huh. Sneaky. Alright. I won't question that. Anyways, just a plan. None of us are really all that sneaky, so the methodology of it is sound, but I think the execution of it would highly backfire on us. But releasing him would give us a fresh set of tracks to at least look for and track back as well. So that's just something to keep in mind. Plus, this place doesn't have a jail, and you guys don't have to keep bodyguarding a guy that apparently you have been doing for the better part of a day.
How sneaky is your panther? Maybe could have the panther follow him and let us know where the camp is.
Do you?
Man,
I have
You've
an
heard
idea,
my
but it's not
panther
for my
walk, right?
character.
You're aware it's made of metal and there's a bunch of clinks and clocks and everything going on when it walks anywhere?
It even breathes loudly.
You know, the fact that the GM and the icon for pinging looks like the little
I know, it's
frustration
so
symbol that you
mad.
get. It's like, is Silent frustrated about something?
I
No.
think so. I think he's annoyed with
No.
our
I think I
inability to
might have to
plan
blow up
things.
this map a little more because that ping is ridiculous. I need to make it so you guys.
It's fucking
Yeah,
huge.
I'm
it's
actually gonna
huge.
have to work on that. So that's a good reminder.
I'm having fun with this plan. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
I am not frustrated at all. I'm just looking at things. That's all.
Out of character after a long rest, I can switch in pass without trace, which would cover all of us.
I still have disadvantage.
I'm assuming that makes us
So do
sneaky.
I. It gives you
Uh,
a +10.
plus 10 bonus to dexterity checks. Can't be tracked down by magical means.
You did say out of character before all this, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I was super in character.
And you leave behind no tracks or other traces of your presence. But yeah, that's I think 'cause,
Silent.
What's up?
I can't be the only one that does that. Like, hears some of these things, and of course they said out of character, but then I just like keep thinking about it in character and going, what the heck did you just mean by dexterity and +10 and all this stuff? What was all that?
You'll be all right.
in character, would they call these spells by these actual names? I don't actually know how it would work in
So
character.
the best way
character,
to do
yes.
that is you can have a way of conveying. You can call it whatever you wish, but it also is very easy to be like, oh well, it's called this, but in your terms, it might be this. Like, and if you describe the spell, Miser's character would anybody who has Arcana would know what you're talking about.
Basically, even if you want to explain it, you could be like, all right, I actually have the spell. It's called Pass Without Trace, and it makes you extremely silent and very sneaky. And then V in character could go, I mean, it could do that, but does it work on my heavy armor? Wouldn't that still clink around? And then you would go, oh, yeah, I guess it would.
Thanks for RPing for all of us there.
You're welcome. It was an example.
Uh-huh.
An effect.
Sorry, sometimes I don't know how to like translate this to how my character would talk.
You can
don't
always
know
just be
either.
like, "This is my character." Just kind of explain why your character is the way it is, and what they'd be like. Well, I have this, and I just don't know how my character would explain it to you guys. But basically, this is what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
This is how it's gonna go down, yo.
Y'all know what's up.
Yo, not y'all.
Just looking through my list to see if there's anything else. I think it's that and animal shapes. Well, I guess this would say I could track him myself. I can take the form of an animal. I would prefer to rest first. I've used a lot of magic today.
Yeah, I could use
have-
a sleep too.
That's better.
I do have a problem with that.
Yes.
The whole tracking yourself thing. So, you guys were onto something when you were talking more, and the thing you were onto is the fact that when he goes back, he will absolutely warn everyone about us. So our following him needs to be at the same time as we are attacking them.
Before they can get ready for us.
Correct. So only sending Isk out would mean that only Isk is really there to actually be ready to attack. We can't really do
Oh.
that.
Their camp is already rigged with traps. Also. We already know this. So that's
Right.
also a factor.
Well, it's another benefit of following the person is that we would be able to avoid the same traps that he is avoiding if we take the same path.
Is an excellent point.
What do we do with him when we catch up to him a second time? We have not had anywhere to put him here in the town. There's no jail. And do we spare him a second time?
If we get them all, we take them to Volcarn.
Yeah, there could be as many
If
as
there's
40. I don't. It's gonna be difficult to take that many
We
to
could
Volcarn by ourselves.
I
not
would
even keep 30.
hope that the villagers would be able to spare a cart or two to dispose of all the bandits they've been having trouble with.
Well, are we?
We will need a lot of rope.
Yeah, we need a lot of rope,
That's
and
true.
that there's still just us to keep an eye on that many people, make sure they don't get out of their bindings. It's
You make a fair point.
It's not impossible that they know how to use magic just like some of us.
So a good point.
So there are a few of us against 30 to 40. I like these odds. These are great odds.
Do it.
If we were sneaky and we could pick some off, that would probably be a smart thing to do, but we're not particularly sneaky.
Do we know how trained these people are?
Dead silent.
Well, if these are the same bandits as I think they are, they're not that trained.
Strength and
Well, then I
numbers.
have a question. What about getting people of the town to help us in this endeavor?
I hesitate to put villagers in danger. We're trying to protect them.
Think of it this way. The thugs were villagers once themselves. Obviously, they became thugs for a reason.
I don't see how that affects what I just said, but yes.
It means if we have no way of being able to take on all of these people, then why not at least increase our numbers, but we could still be the primary attackers, we just have numbers to make us look more threatening. Only problem is, I guess if it's fully trapped, like you said, that might be a problem. I can't disarm all of those traps. I can disarm traps, but
Yeah.
not all of those traps.
Also, if they're able-bodied villagers, I don't see what the issue would be if they're
If they
trained
volunteer.
Yeah, if they're trained and willing to assist in protecting the town, I don't see why they shouldn't be allowed that privilege.
Yeah.
And with enough numbers, we might scare off enough of them to where villagers might not even need to fight.
That would be ideal.
So
is
now
that
we
our
have
plan?
two plans. Follow the guy, or recruit the village.
Well, yeah, I guess we can't do both.
Well, we haven't let the guy go yet, right?
Right?
Have you guys made sure to feed and water him?
Nope.
He's not a pet. It's only been a day. He'll be fine.
Yeah, exactly. It has not been long enough that he's gonna die. I'll cast
I'd be
Spare the
much
Dying
more
on him.
willing
It's
to talk
fine.
to. I'd be much more willing to talk to someone that feeds me.
Yeah, we tried the whole good cop, bad cop thing. It didn't really work out. Although, in all fairness, I think I made a pretty bad cop. That might have been the problem.
Well, if we want to try that route, I think it's gonna be best for someone to interact with him that has not
Yeah.
interacted with him at present.
Well, we could have a good cop and a bad cop, and both of you be new.
Oh, I'm not a talker. I'd much rather just write notes on this whole ordeal.
Well, you didn't really want to say much to me, so. But so somebody new might be a good idea. But maybe we'll be more willing to talk with some food.
Well, then I guess the other part is what other information do we need to get out of him?
The location of the camp.
Yeah, it's maybe like the location of the camp and if how many of them know how to use magic might be.
I got it. All right, so double whammy here. Let's do this way. Nala can talk to him, see if she can't get the location of the camp out of him, and barring that, after that entire conversation, one of us that who actually tied the ropes was that you, Matthias?
Yep.
Pretty much as we're leaving again, go and check the ropes, check the bindings, loosen them if we don't get the location, and basically go, all right, all is good here after you've quote unquote checked the bindings. Thump them upside the head, whatever you want to do. Corey, you can do that. I know you've been liking that aspect
This
apparently.
guy's a
And
dick. What can I say?
and then we just look out and follow after we know he's left and follow his trail. We will have to wait until he is out of sight, and then we will have to basically follow his tracks. So we might have to deal with traps. But I don't think involving the villagers is going to be the best idea. It will take too much time, and the thug that we have held up will continue to remain so throughout this whole thing. And we can't just continue watching him the whole time, I don't think.
Yeah,
This
can
seems
do
like
that.
a solid plan.
How much time constitutes a long rest?
8 hours.
Uh-oh. It's because
4 if you're an elf.
Yeah, it's because no 3rd or 4th level spell slots available, so no animal summoning.
Hey, Corey's kind of wiped too.
Yeah.
I
Well,
got
we don't have
sleep.
to do this tonight, I guess. I mean, can do this later on. I will go back out to the barn because I have the easiest way to keep track of him with me and Metal Panther thing. So, you guys get your rest, and I'll just go hang out down there and be with him for a while.
Give me a perception check, Miser. Okay, everything seems fine.
Did I need to crit to pass something here? What the heck?
I did hear some secret dice rolling earlier. If a 22 didn't make it, I'm worried.
Yeah. Hey, they are a band of thieves. Them having a rogue would not be the most surprising thing that ever happened.
That is true. They've had like a whole day to come back here.
Yeah.
All right, well, go do your thing. I'll be with the guy.
Well, I'm sleeping in the house with Goldie.
I'm gonna go find some food to give to him.
It's cool to stay in the house with you so that they're not like interrupting the barn thing.
Oh yeah, because we want to stay out of there. We've already burned this bridge.
Okay. Matthias and just Matthias. What are you doing?
Probably sleep in the barn still.
Okay. Give me a perception check. Okay. Everything's good.
Oh, something bad's happening out there.
Mm-hmm. And we're not there. We split the party.
Well,
For
I'm
our key
going out to the
reasons.
barn.
Look, guys. Don't really have spell slots.
Coming
anyway.
as well.
Yell if you need us.
Nala said you're bringing food out for him, yeah?
Yeah.
Give me a perception check. Okay,
Oh.
everything's good.
Is it though?
I feel like his isn't.
How's MPT's perception?
Does NPT have a different perception roll than you, Miser?
Yeah.
Roll it.
They have like robot eyes.
Fuck.
You need a 30. It's a 30. It's a 30 DC. It's gonna be fine.
Hold on a second. I need to check something real quick.
Whoever this is like invisible.
It's the Kato guys.
It's the what guy?
I said Kato guys. It's a reference to current Critical Role. It's like this is the worst audience for that. I understand.
All right, NPT thinks everything's good.
Oh Lord.
He tried. Again, if an over 20 doesn't see it, it's very hard to see.
So do you go to feed him, Nala?
Yes.
He looks
No, I am-
extremely skeptical at you, but he can't seem to eat since he has a gag in his mouth.
As I was gonna say, I'm going to take the gag off,
Okay.
but I'm gonna leave him binded. So if he'll allow me, I'm gonna try to feed him.
He's like, what the fuck? You know what? Fuck it. I've had a shitty day. Whatever. And he'll eat.
And I
wanna
didn't
make
do
a fuss?
anything to it. It's just plain normal food.
Sure. At this point, I've been smacked enough times, I just don't care.
No, that was to you.
Oh.
I would say to him, "Are you really complaining about having a nice, pretty lady feeding you food?"
You.
I even gave you a nice, cute kitty to sit next to you.
Okay. Whatever.
Too
Sure.
bad a deal, I guess.
Alright. I'll eat it.
He's an asshole. I hate him so much.
It's a good thing you're not there.
Yeah, it is a
It's
very
a good thing
I'm
you're not there. You would have doinked his head again.
Yeah, he's obnoxious.
So he eats without a fuss.
I ask him if he needs anything.
You to let me go?
Okay, outside of that, because obviously that's not gonna happen.
Then no.
Alright, well, have a good evening. I'll most likely see you in the morning.
Sure.
And I look at him and go, "Hi, I'm your bunkmate for the night."
Great. Don't snuggle too close.
Oh no, I have MPT for that. MPT kind of like rolls over towards him.
Okay.
This is the best.
Mm-hmm.
I get out of his spitting distance and just like sit down in a meditative state and trance,
Okay.
looking at him.
Okay. Does NPT have to sleep at all, or is NPT?
Oh fuck no.
Does NPT have to shut down at any point in time?
No, not at all.
See, this is what we were missing last game.
Dude, we were missing a lot of things last game, okay? Let's be real.
Wow.
I should have just made a
Pretty good.
Warforged Paladin.
Do you have to give any commands to NPT, or does NPT just act on its own?
MPT can act on its own.
Okay.
Oh, something bad's about to happen.
Do you all set up any
Mhm.
watches or anything?
Also, just to tell you, MPT is vigilant and cannot be suppressed.
Okay, that's fine.
Also, oh no, I'm just kidding.
Cannot be surprised at all, really?
Vigilant. This defender cannot be surprised.
Huh.
Also, always awake.
Seems...
Literally.
Your cat has the alert feet.
That's impressive.
If it helps, it is also immune to charmed, exhaustion, and poisoned.
Well, I mean, it's an inanimate object, so of course.
It's animate. How dare you?
It's a construct.
Don't hurt Kitty's feelings.
It's a construct. It's different.
This is going too far.
I have the
should
blue eyes
probably-
white dragon.
Wow. Can I just pop Exodia out right now then? Colin's fucking game right here.
That
I
should
feel like
probably
I missed something.
lean up against the wall facing the door and probably stay up for an hour or two and then go to bed. Just kind of
Okay.
keeping an eye out.
I mean, we're staying in the house, so we're as far as Corey's concerned, she's gonna go to bed.
Make me a perception roll for MPT and perception roll for you, Miser, at disadvantage. I can't roll really well, huh? Can't roll well at all. Wow.
No good rolls left in me.
So, both. Oh, sorry. You realize that the guy's starting to stir and move in ways that you don't think he should be.
What?
Would this have
I
happened
am-
after
oh.
Matthias went to bed?
Yes.
Okay.
Tasting any weird magic?
Starting to stir and moving in weird ways he shouldn't be. So I keep still like I'm still in a trance. And hold on a second, I think I can mentally communicate with MPT. I don't think it has to be verbal. Just gotta make sure of something of that. Which things have been split between the shit, so it's harder to read this stuff at the moment.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, I've been trying to look it up too, and I can't find it anywhere, which is really annoying.
It's hard when you were like reading the old stuff and they change a bunch of stuff.
Here we go.
Well, at least MPT can like act on his own too.
Well, it doesn't say in the Iron Defender feat where I actually class feature where I get it, so
Useful.
So I'm gonna assume no.
I'm going to assume no as well. That's where I was going with that. Well then I am going to act out of my ass here and kind of just like slump over as if I'd fallen asleep through my trance.
Okay.
And then just like kind of sleepily say MPT get him. It's like get him.
All right.
MPT.
Roll initiative for MPT.
Where the fuck is your initiative now?
Everything's different.
You need like a whole separate character sheet for him.
Okay, the following numbers increase by 1 when your proficiency bonus increases by 1. The defender's skill and saving throw bonuses. Okay, so not the stats. Well, that was a warning.
Wow. Have you ever done that to NPT before? Does it know that you would try and give him a command like that?
It follows my commands implicitly, so you know how long I've had MPT. I've literally had MPT the duration of this adventure.
Sure, but you also mumble a lot, right?
Yes. And MPT has probably done things off of those mumblings before that I might have questioned.
So roll me 1d100. How about that? And pick low or high before you roll.
Hi.
Okay.
Holy
No fucking way!
Is that good or bad?
Holy shit!
I repeat, good or bad?
NPT thinks you're talking in your sleep.
Fuck.
And you can hear the guy running away.
Running away. Moving awkwardly, running away. Alright, well, MPT chase him.
What is NPT's movement speed?
40.
Okay, NPT will catch up to him pretty quickly. Because can NPT make a double move?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So NPT will catch up to him really quickly. But is it trying to take him down, or is it just gonna corner
Well,
him?
if it's using a double move, then no, because it has to move like I would move.
It will get to the point where NPT can make an attack on him, but it depends on your order that you gave it. You wanted to follow him or chase him? You said chase him down, so what does that mean?
Just chase him.
Okay, great. So NPT starts chasing him.
I chase after a bit slower.
Who else is in the barn?
Matthias and
I think it's just
I
me.
was.
Matthias
Oh,
and
Matthias is-
Isk, you were, yes? And Nala?
Iska's in the house.
Isk is in the house. Nala, where were you at?
I had gone back to where we were staying
You were
with the farmer guy, which I guess would just be the main house or shed or.
so there wasn't enough space for everybody to be in the main house, so most of the people had to go to the barn to sleep.
Oh, in that
Oh.
case, if Nala wanted to go in the house, Isk would switch and go in the barn.
Never mind. I'm probably in the barn then.
Okay. So Isk and Nala, Isk make me a perception at disadvantage. Nala, make me a perception.
Isk?
As I
You
run
mean
out.
Matthias?
And Matthias. Matthias, make me a perception at disadvantage. So Nala, Isk, and Matthias all get to roll. Because the only
And
people
I'm
who would
just-
have been able to stay in the house is Corey and Goldie.
I did.
Oh, copy that.
Okay. Isk?
Sorry, perception?
Yeah.
Alright, 1 second. Disadvantage, you said?
Yes, please.
Sure thing. 1 second.
Okay. Isk and Nala, you both hear, what the fuck is that?
In whose voice?
The guy that you captured.
Oh,
I will continue to just have command MPT to trip up and make his life miserable as he keeps trying to run away.
Are you shouting that out to him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why else would I say that?
I'm just making sure because we established you can't mentally communicate. So it's going to
Correct.
get a little harder for you to talk to him as they get farther and farther away.
I will stay within because if MPT and him are dashing, I am doubtful that he is faster than me, so I'm going to just continue staying at a distance that I know
Yes.
that is basically like anywhere from 30 to 60 feet back, but making sure
Right.
that MPT just keeps up with him. I want to see where he's running off to.
Okay. So MPT is just harassing him, but not actually trying to stop him.
Correct.
Is that the impression I'm getting? Okay. Matthias,
Harrying
make
him
another
enough to
perception
keep
check
him
at
within
disadvantage.
my distance easily enough too, and
Okay.
so that others can catch up.
Corey, make me a perception at disadvantage.
Did it work?
Had you said that you wanted me
Okay.
to make another
Yes,
perception?
Matthias, make another one, please.
At disadvantage again?
Yep. Yes, please. Corey, you hear a lot of commotion outside.
All right, I'm getting up. I'm trying to get up without waking Goldie up.
Make me a sleight of hand check.
Okay. Sleight of hand. This is gonna go great. You said disadvantage?
Nope, just normal.
Apparently Matthias is real tired.
You try to slip out and you just throw her off the bed.
I rolled a 2, not a 1. Damn. Oh,
Brutal.
yeah, that's really rough. Well,
Maybe she's a
Um,
hard sleeper.
Goldie is like trying to wake up, going, "What is going on?
go back
Oh
to
God!
sleep. Go back to sleep. Go back to sleep.
Why am I on the floor?
I'm putting her back in the bed. Come on.
What's going on, Auntie Corey?
Go back
Why
to
are you
sleep. I'll
up?
be right back.
Okay.
Go back to sleep.
All right. Can you tell me a story?
After I get back, okay?
Okay.
Losing rounds as I have this conversation.
Matthias, you're still asleep.
Apparently Matthias is real tired. This seems to be a
Real
trend
sleepy.
with me. I can't wake up with these disadvantage perception rolls.
Oh yeah, this is how 2 died.
Yep.
Oof!
It's fucking true.
Huge oof!
So wait. did
Okay,
two
so
get,
Nala,
like,
Nala
mauled
and
to
Isk
death?
are awake. You both hear.
Yeah.
You both. Nala, you hear a guy say, "What the fuck," and then you hear Shin say, "Go after him, MPT." Isk, you hear the same thing. The guy said, "What the fuck," and Shin says, "Go after him, MPT." Corey, you just hear commotion outside, and then you had to deal with Goldie, so you're losing a couple rounds there.
Yeah.
So, Nala and Isk, what do you guys do?
I would like to grab the necessary things that I need and pursue.
All right, you're always ready because that's been your
That's-
job always.
that's
You are
how I
military
do.
aspect. Literally can get
Get
up
ready,
and go.
stay ready.
I guess Iskall also. If Matthias isn't awake, I guess Isk would stop to wake him up.
Okay.
I casually shout as I'm keeping up with him. Hey, how do you keep getting out of the bindings?
This guy's magic.
Your tire sucks.
But
Look at 24.
He might be a rogue.
Yep.
What was that? Matthias, you're up.
Okay.
Iska's
Yeah.
woken you up.
What's going on?
I think he escaped again.
I... All right, running after him, I guess.
All right, so. Da.
this far out, has he come to a conclusion on his general direction that he's running?
He has been running across the fields.
So he's not running towards any tree lines or anything like that, or it does kind of look like the way he's currently going, it would lead to a
Hard to
tree.
say
tree
because
line.
it is nighttime.
I want to say dark vision, but that only goes so far, so you're lucky.
Yes. Speaking of which, he trips and falls. So
Fucking
MPT.
awesome.
MPT walks onto his back and sits down.
okay, roll me. Hold on, I need to make sure we know where everybody's at. So
How much does MPT weigh?
About like 500 pounds or so.
God.
I'm not
Should've done
I'm not
that.
fully sure, but
Why are we
it's
tying him
very
up?
heavy. It is
Yeah.
literally metal.
We'll just break his spine and it'll be fine.
how many rounds did he have? Yeah, that one, that one, that one.
Be
So we'll
careful.
say he had 3 rounds in you. You got up after MPT got up. Oh no, you went same time as MPT, I think.
Yeah, empathy
Yeah,
and I
okay.
move at the same time.
Yeah. So he had 2 rounds on you. Gosh darn it! All right. Well, he's there. You're there. Us, Corey, and who am I missing? Nala. You all heard that. That Corey lost that. His got dropped down because you went to help Matthias. Okay. So he trips and falls. So I'm gonna say that you could hear that, but you don't really know what that means.
Well, I'm gonna keep going to catch up, and MPT will just stop then.
Okay.
If I am within dark vision distance of him to see that he fell over, though, then I still wouldn't know, or I was too far behind to see that.
You are too far behind to see where he was at. You're generally following him, dashing through, but dark vision I think only gives you 60 if I'm not correct. If I'm correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you are still behind him. And MPT had caught up to him, so we'll put MPT up there. So Nala, you ran after him, but unfortunately, what do you move at, Nala?
30 feet
Okay.
walking.
So that will get you 1 behind him. That will get you 1 behind him. Iska Matthias, I will get you 1 behind him. And Corey, you are 4 rounds behind.
Yeah.
So you're outside, Corey. You know there's commotion in some general direction, but you're not really sure which direction. And that's going to be the other issue.
That is a problem. I'm gonna do my best to follow the sounds I hear, I guess.
How do I have you roll? You have some survival. Go ahead and roll survival.
Yeah, my survival's not the worst. Oh, fuck me.
You go the wrong direction.
Literally the
Corey gets-
worst.
Corey gets lost in the woods. I mean, it's
Ooh, there's
not
scary movies based off of that.
literally the worst. I could have rolled a natural 1, but I rolled a 3. So I have not been rolling very well.
Iska Matthias, you're chasing after him. I need both of you to roll me. Matthias, you have survival, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Matthias, you have low light or dark?
It's dark vision.
Dark vision. And Iska,
There-
do not.
Outside of
Yeah.
game, dark vision is gone. Low light vision is gone. It's only dark vision.
Okay,
And then
Thank
it's
you.
increments of 60 or 120.
got it. Iska, I need you to make me an acrobatics or
Athletics.
yeah, I think acrobatics or athletics will do.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were lost on the name of it for a second.
About the same, so let's do acrobatics. Normal
Because
roll?
it's cooler.
Yep, just normal. All right.
11.
You're having difficulty getting through the terrain at full speed in the dark without anything to see, but you're still able to manage to keep your balance. Matthias, you're fine because you have dark vision. Nala, you do or do not have dark vision.
I am not seeing it on my sheet, so I'm thinking I don't.
I think we said that you do not. So you also need to make an acrobatics or athletics check.
Since if Isk had woken Matthias up,
You're
if
fine.
he saw Isk having issues running along, he'd probably help out.
Okay. How would you help out?
Got any like cantrips?
Nope.
No, that'd be me, the person running the wrong direction. Because I too don't have dark vision.
Just has some options once it's their turn in the battle thing.
probably run just in front of Isk and pointing out any or trying to
Okay.
let Isk know of anything that they come across that might trip Isk up.
So Shin, you barely catch a glance of him as he gets back up again and runs off, and MPT is after him.
Okay. I tell MPT to keep tripping him up.
Okay.
And I keep following because I'm assuming he's moving his full speed, so I will have to keep moving my full speed to keep up.
Yes.
Yeah, and I keep following at full speed too.
Matthias,
Fucking
is
falls
this
again.
part of the plan?
I don't
So
think
he
it
falls
was.
again. Isk and Matthias, you're together. Are you going to keep running at full speed?
Yeah.
Or are you going to do something different?
Yeah.
Taking Matthias's lead here.
Okay. Roll me acrobatics again. Or athletics, whichever you want. Okay, you're fine. Matthias, you're fine. Corey, you think they're getting farther behind. You think you're going the wrong way.
I start trying to go the right way. Also, I've cast light on my weapon so I can see.
So you turn around, you cast light, you go back. You're still a bit away. Nala, make me another athletics check, please.
Nala's got this.
Okay. Nala, you and Shin both catch up to the guy as he's tripped on the ground and MPT is waiting on top of him. But you can't make any action. Shin, you have the opportunity to do something, or at least say something, because you had to sprint to get to here.
Alright, Guy. So now that you've ran as far as you have, I've got spells ready to aim at you, as well as I and my friend catching up to me both have a lot of weapons that just point at you right now and slice you to bits. Would you like to stop running?
Fuck you.
Oh, right. There's also this really heavy cat on top of you.
All right, roll me.
I told you this guy sucks butt.
Athletics or acrobatics, I guess, for MPT.
Sure. Is there advantage since he was prone? Or no? This is completely up to you. It's a DM call if you want to say that. Otherwise, I am about to hit normal roll right
No,
now.
well, we won't. Yeah, so he tries to run all the way, and MPT is like, just gonna pounce right on top of you. Thump. And he's like, oh god. Okay. Get off me.
Nah, I think MPT's comfy. You make apparently a good pillow for MPT.
So Isk and Matthias, you catch up to him. Nala, do you want to do anything?
Tackle him.
What?
Get it!
What?
You have a big metal panther that's on top of him, and you feel like you might hit MPT just as much as you will hit him.
I forgot about the panther.
She's ignoring us!
Yeah, she totally is.
That shade.
Hard shade.
I don't know what that means.
Jesus.
I walk up to the dude. I'm like, "You sir are a jerk. I was feeding you, taking care of you. They had to go and run away. Wakes up in the middle of the night, and now you have big metal thing sitting on you, and this is all your fault.
Get it off me!
You did this to yourself.
So, Isk, Matthias, Shin, Nala, you all can do however. Corey, you're 4 rounds behind him, so 24 seconds.
It's like an old ass lady character, just like.
You all can see the light in the distance slowly getting
The bright light in the distance just bouncing around.
When Matthias
Such a good visual.
when Matthias catches up, I say, apparently you tie shitty knots, dude.
Huh. I guess so. Thought they were pretty good, but apparently not.
Alright, can you just put him to sleep so that MPT can get off him?
Alright.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I'll cast sleep on him then.
Okay.
That was 5d8. $28.
Okay, he's out.
I actually don't fully believe it was your knots that was the problem. He can apparently bend and break his bones to maneuver in very awkward ways. I don't freaking know. It just looked weird when I saw him doing it.
You didn't say anything.
You said I saw it.
No, I said you heard him move in ways he shouldn't have.
I have dark vision and I can see that crap.
You weren't looking at him. You had your eyes closed when you're trancing.
Sure. Alright. So I didn't see any of that. I heard weird things. He can bend weird. That's what I heard, and that's how I'm interpreting it.
And now Matthias will take that as gospel truth.
Hmm. Then
He's a bone bender.
what's a bone bender?
I don't know, but there's these 4 elements, and then like you can control some different things based off of that. And apparently, bones became one of them. And it's like a part of the earth element or something like
And
that.
that's when Corey catches up.
Except
All right.
y'all. She
Uh,
doesn't say that.
So what's this Fire Nation you were talking about?
Fire Nation. You know about a Fire Nation? Oh my gosh. Anyways,
We are so far off the rails right now, you guys.
I look down at the physicality of my body, and I look over at him and I say, I am not actually strong enough to pick him up and put him on MPT if one of you guys wants to. Or if one of you guys just wants to carry him back, we need to bring him back now.
I'll pick him up.
Make me an athletics or acrobatics check.
If you do acrobatics, you have to juggle him.
Also, MPT, get off of him.
Okay, you pick him up, no problem.
So
You pick him up in a way that you don't try not to wake him up, because obviously you can just jostle him awake.
right. So if he can move weird and get out of his bindings, how are we gonna keep him? Because this spell won't last too long.
Cat
He doesn't
sits
need
on
both of his arms, does he?
Cat sits on man.
That could work too.
I mean, tonight, but tomorrow?
Well, we were gonna use him to find where the camp was
What?
anyways.
I was about to ask why we didn't just chase him then all the way home, but I'm realizing that I don't feel Bahamut's full power back with me yet, so that's probably a good reason.
I have a question
Yep.
to the group. Did any of you
Okay.
guys search for any extra weapons or daggers or anything?
No, we didn't.
That would require intelligence. which we don't
That
have.
would have been really fucking smart.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, no wonder Silent's having a fucking field day with this.
Straight up though, it's not just that like our characters didn't think of it. I don't know about them, but I didn't think of it either.
Shin hasn't asked about the other two guys that were let go too, because there were two dudes who were in the village that we didn't keep.
So the camp already knows we're coming anyways. This is so great.
Oh yeah. They had like that day plan for us.
Silent, what the fuck did you have them do last game?
This is all on them.
Yeah.
hey. Fuck
Hey,
off.
Probably should have gone after that fourth guy.
I let my players make their choices.
Wow, thank you so much for hanging us out to dry.
Shin's like, oh my gosh, the faith in this group is falling. But no, I'm just kidding. So when we get him back, I search him for any further weaponry that he might have.
You find a couple, one in his boot and one in his shirt, to the way where it's like almost perfectly put, where somebody would put his hands behind his back and tie him up. And if you check the ropes, you'll notice they're cut.
I wonder what happened.
Would think I would have noticed a knife like that when I was tying him up.
You would
It
think.
was hidden
but-
real good.
To be fair,
You'd be
none
wrong.
of you, literally none of you said I search him for weapons.
It's true.
Nope.
I
Nope,
didn't.
we sure
because
didn't.
He was already caught. That should have already been done.
Yeah, it should have been done last game, but it didn't.
Nala and I think Nala and Shin get a pass because they thought things were already done properly.
Risk doesn't know that humans carry stuff like this.
Corey super does. I don't know why the fuck we didn't do it. There are no excuses.
So great, it's so great. After removing him of weaponry, and even going a step further, taking off his boots.
Oh, brutal.
If he's gonna try running away again, he's gonna have to deal with all of the shit that can stab him in the night.
For sure.
So I'm pretty sure you can bind him to the post again with whatever rope we have left. And he probably won't get away as easily. I still don't know how he was able to be so bendy, but maybe binding his entire body to the post is enough.
This
Alright.
can do the
He's
rope tying.
Okay, make me a roll.
Alright.
with dice. I'll assist.
All right, make me roll at advantage.
Since this
Think
is
I
well in
like-
hand, I'm gonna go make sure that Goldie's fine.
Goldie's out
like-
like a light.
Good, perfect.
Cocoon style.
Well, if we don't have enough rope for that, which I'm sure we don't, I was just assuming one at the ankles, one at the waist, one at the chest, arms behind back, behind the post, and even one step further, one at the neck.
He is sufficiently tied up and yelling at you guys.
Oh, gag him. That's
I thought
a
he was-
suggestion. I'm not there.
I would assume he woke up at some point during us tying him up.
Oh.
That's a long time to be asleep because that amount of tying up takes a while.
Yep. Sleep only lasts 1 minute.
I repeat, you did this to yourself.
You're doing
Then
it
I
to me
get-
right now.
Bleh.
As a gag him.
I remember now why we didn't search him for anything. Fucking Corey was so goddamn irritated last session.
The night passes. The rest of the night will pass without incident, but the problem is all the people who needed the rest to get their spells back are going to need to rest longer now, because that was basically in the middle of the night.
Guess who hasn't used any spells?
Guess who only has 3 spells left?
Yeah, I'm fucked if I don't rest. So honestly, unless someone comes and wakes Corey up, she's gonna get a rest.
So this is something I don't know if they've changed in 5th edition, because in 3.5, divine spellcasters got it at certain times of the day. They actually didn't need a rest. So I'm gonna have to ask you guys if that's changed.
You still have to rest your full 8 hours, and then it's basically they wake up and pray to their god for the
Okay.
stuff they want.
For
Great.
new spells.
So yeah, Matthias and Corey will have to sleep longer, and Isk, you will also as well because you did use some spells.
Matthias will
Shin up for being on guard
Sleep.
duty all night.
No, MPT and Shin stay on guard duty. Shin's pretty much just gonna trance again if he still needs to, but otherwise he has no spells to recover and pretty rested as it was anyways through a trance.
Corey, make me a sleight of hand check.
What? Roll. Shitty.
How is an 11 shitty? That's average.
Goldie kind of murmurs in her sleep, but you think she's still asleep when you get back in. And tuck in once more to try and not wake her up.
Yep. I just
Corey,
make sure she's good.
Isk, and Matthias, make me perception at disadvantage, please.
Just before or after I repick my spells, because I've definitely started repicking my
This
spells.
is after.
disadvantage, you said?
Disadvantage?
Disadvantage.
Pretty bad.
Isk, the rooster wakes you up way too early.
Oh no.
And you have that thought of, I want to eat that stupid thing.
Do it, do it, do it, do it.
This ends today.
Oh no.
Fuck yes.
But
Do
you
I
can, fall
see-
back, you can fall back asleep if you want to. You're just like, oh yeah, that thing.
Yeah, I think for the sake of the spell slots. Maybe this more like this ends tonight when it's when it's at disadvantage.
Goldie's trying to sneak out of the room and trying to not wake you up, Corey.
Does it work?
No, you can tell. But you can ignore it if you want.
No, I let it. Well, do I have my long rest? Like, do I feel
No,
rested?
she got up earlier than you because the rooster woke her up.
All right, I'm gonna
She's your rooster.
let her go. It's fine. I
Okay.
trust that she's not gonna get into any shenanigans.
Okay.
During the night, well, not during the night, but like after my trance fully ends, whenever again, I remove the gag from the guy, and I just start talking to him about all of them, like a lot of different mechanical contraptions that I've made throughout the
He
years.
fucking falls asleep even though he hates your guts.
Every time he falls asleep, I thunk him on the head to wake him up.
Oh my
Oh my god.
All right. Roll me a intimidation at advantage.
This isn't. I mean, sure, but that's gonna suck either way. Oh, maybe not. I crit, but it's a 19.
After like the 10th time you've done this to him, he's like, "Please, dear God." Oh, he can't say anything. He just like has
No,
this
I
look
took
of,
out.
like-
I took out the gag. I want
Oh,
him to
he's
talk
like,
back.
"Please, dear God, just make it stop. I can't take this."
But I was. Are you, really? I like
Just
talking
kill
about this kind
me
of
or
stuff.
something. Oh my
You
God.
can tell me where your camp is.
It's fucking over to the west.
You got like coordinates on a map. If I give you a map, could you like
I-
dot it there?
No, I don't look at maps, dude.
Okay, then the other thing
Rude.
is, how many traps are on the along the way?
None. Why would we trap that? Nobody even bothers us.
Sense motive or sense not motive? It's not sense motive anymore. I'm doing the 3.5 thing
Insight.
too.
Insight.
Insight.
Inside check.
Roll me.
I believe him. All right. Well,
Why would he lie to you?
this is true. I guess you have a point there. You sure you don't want to hear about any of like I literally just made like this awesome farm tool too for this town. You don't want to hear about it?
Oh my god. Please. No.
All right. Last question. How many people are in the camp?
I don't remember off the top of my head. To be honest, we move around a lot. I think there's at least 20, and we have people come in and out. We're a staging area. I don't fucking know, man. Ah.
Cool. Thank you. I continue droning on about the same farm tool I was just talking about until he falls back asleep,
Okay.
and I let him sleep.
He twitches a little bit the first time, thinking you're going to try and get him again. You actually think you gave him PTSD.
Great job. Excellent interrogation skills.
So when everyone else starts waking up, I leave MPT near him, obviously, and as everyone else starts moving to the house, I just go, all right, I know where the camp is, and there's no traps, and there's about 20 people there.
Nala's the only one up with you because the rest of them are sleeping.
Gotcha. That's right. They're sleeping late. So then I just wait to hold on. I hold off on all the information at the moment until everyone is there, and I don't have to repeat that.
Do you do anything, Nala?
Just sit with Shin.
Okay.
Do you sleep well?
Well enough for being woken up in the middle of the night.
Goldie will come on out and then try and investigate what's up and why nobody's in the house because it's breakfast time.
Hey, Goldie.
Who's that guy?
He is a bad guy that not only is a thug and hurts people in the town, but he keeps trying to run away from us before we can actually get the things we want out of him.
Why is he wrapped up like a mummy?
Because he keeps escaping. He's very good at it.
Oh. Huh.
So
Feel
we're
like I should be
hoping
kind of impressed, but bad person. Bad person.
he is super bad. We're hoping that this time he stays in check and MPT will stay around to keep him that way as well.
Oh, okay. Breakfast is ready. What about
Okay.
the rest? Where's...
So they had a late night as well. I'm pretty sure we should just let them sleep longer.
Oh. All right.
Sorry, it's just Nala and me for now.
Okay. Well, let's have some breakfast.
Okay.
Food.
So you go inside the house. The breakfast is decent, and it's bacon and eggs. Nothing too heavy, but easy to eat. The wife doesn't really have anything for you guys to say, so just kind of grab it when you need to. The farmer and most of the children are off. Lisa's inside the house. Or obviously.
Just as a command to MPT, I tell MPT, watch him, trip him up if he escapes, and make sure to roar before you leave the barn.
Okay.
If he escapes.
Okay.
MPT gives me like a blank stare and then just like a slow nod.
The rest of you will wake up.
Okay. Probably when I wake up, if I see nobody else in there, probably go back to the house and grab breakfast.
Okay. Isk and Corey?
Yep, getting breakfast.
Okay. all in the house?
Once we're all together, I guess after Shin tells us all the information he got, I will offer to confirm that information with a spell I have now. I can make people tell the truth.
You have a spell for that?
I didn't yesterday, but I do today.
All right, Jim, we'll be right back.
But I can't interrogate him because his soul just left his body.
I guess the only problem with Zone of Truth is they can choose to not answer, but if they say anything, it has to be true.
Well, we can just have Shin do whatever he did last night to get information, only this time we'll know it's true.
I mean, I don't really think he was lying.
I mean, look, I'll save the spell slot.
It's up to you, really.
If we're going after this camp, even if there's just the 20 of them there right now, probably be best to save what we can so that we're prepared.
Yeah.
I can watch for traps when we are near their camp. Just in case.
And
We should definitely be prepared for traps, I think.
Just because he does not think that they would put them does not mean out of 20 that one would not choose to do so themselves.
It's a valid fear.
and he did say there were traps when I asked him when the dryad was distracting him yesterday, but that could have been because he was distracted. So,
All right. What I miss?
everything.
I don't.
We all cast fly on ourselves, went up 135 feet, and then dropped straight down, and we're all dead.
Awesome.
Wow, Bex.
Don't worry, Bex is also just throwing shade.
Well, I was
What
gonna
is
say we all
that?
jump off a cliff because that's my general analogy, but there are probably no cliffs around, so it had to get more complicated.
Oh,
It's true.
I figured that was a callback to Reaper.
See, I didn't mean for it to be, but now that I'm thinking about it, of course. What are we
That's
doing,
What are you
y'all?
all doing?
eating breakfast.
All right. What are you doing
We've
after breakfast?
failed to make any plans while you were gone.
Fantastic.
So, are we still going with the one plan of following him back to the camp, or since we have a better idea where the camp is, we still don't really know what to do with him?
Do you think he's tied up well enough now that we could probably leave him for a few hours?
He's tied up well enough and he doesn't have any weapons, but I'm still worried about how well he bends.
That's a good point.
Yeah, he could get out, and if he does, if he realizes that we're going after the camp, he might cause trouble in the town. So, might not be a bad idea to follow him back. At least we'd be able to keep an eye on him.
I feel at this point it'd be too easy just to let him go. He'd know something was up.
Yeah.
Well,
Out of character, I love how easily you guys are going with all of this, because it's literally a flaw of mine to overthink everything.
Hey, dude, I'm intoxicated as fuck right now, okay? Leave me alone. I say yes to everything.
Okay, so I have a theory, but I don't know if you're gonna like it.
Shoot, I'm fine with theories. Do you know me? Look at me. I invent things off of theories.
Alright, so we know basically where it's at. We know basically how many people are there. I say we break his legs and then go.
Isk isn't opposed to that.
I'm
Uh,
tempted to agree, but
There's more
I mean, I guess
problems than him running away.
true.
There's a reason the town wants to kill him.
We could just mercy kill him if the town's gonna kill him anyway.
Gonna have to oppose that one.
I said mercy. That's good, right?
He should be judged by the law if we can make that happen.
But the law doesn't want to judge him.
We haven't taken him to the law yet. The law's not here.
There's law here.
Right.
Something has to govern these people.
They have no jail, they have no court, they have no sheriff, they have one guard.
So, who are we killing? This is Goldie.
We're
No.
not
See what I'm
killing
saying?
anybody.
We're not killing him.
Morale. Morale, Goldie. That's what's dying.
Oh, okay. He kind of nods and winks at you.
What did we do with the daggers that we got from that guy?
Oh, they're in my bag.
Okay. As long as Goldie doesn't have them.
Child-sized knives.
Good thing Kit's
This
not in this
point-
game.
I don't really care what happens to this guy. As far as if he goes or doesn't, my only concern is if he does go, then he poses further harm to people that do want to live a decent life.
Well, I like him. I think he's funny.
I think we should aim to detain him, though, and not to kill him.
You already said we can't detain him.
Well, he's tied up.
We are not the
can't-
ones who
you-
are the risk to him.
Oh, I see what you're saying. This doesn't feel right to me. Killing this guy does not feel right to me.
Well, then we are not killing him.
Okay, so back to leg breaking idea.
It's not the worst idea in the universe.
Goldie, how are you about breaking legs?
Okay, hear me out. Hear me out. We have a person that can, presumably, we have seen heal ailments. Why couldn't you heal his legs when we get back?
I wouldn't be able to do it today, but I could probably do it in the future.
Hey, not broken legs in the future is still a good thing. Just saying. He's
This
not
plan's
dead.
getting better by the second, yes.
He's not gonna move.
I can tell who the soldier used to be.
He's not gonna hurt anybody.
It's only temporary.
Hey, I'm not arguing with you anymore. I don't know who you're trying to convince at this point. Matthias?
Matthias is eating chips.
I don't like it, but
Got a better plan?
I do not.
Just keep him tied up until we get back.
But he's
Yeah.
already like escaped, and Ben's weird.
A lot
so-
of times. He has escaped a lot of times.
Well,
and not only
apparently he had
the,
some knives that we missed.
yeah.
Well,
yeah,
but what if
so-
we're missing something else too?
Exactly. We've already wasted too much time.
Look, I don't like it either, Matthias, but I don't. We've had our hands so tied by just carrying this guy around for a whole day already.
We could.
We can leave him with the guard of the village and leave his fate up to that.
I
How
also
many
like
guards
that
does the
plan.
village have? That's a good plan.
One.
Let's do that.
Just
I like
one.
that plan the best.
Not
For
sure.
context, he did say that if he guarded him, the guy would probably end up dead.
Well, he is the law.
We don't have really the right, so to speak, to actually detain him as we have been anyways. So we're also keeping these people's barn like hostage from them because I'm pretty sure they don't want to deal with a guy just in their barn that would gurgle through
The guy that
whatever's in his
kidnapped their
mouth at
daughter.
them or would yell at them every time they go in there. Plus there's children here. He's annoying enough to probably make one of the children untie him, and then bad things could happen.
Precisely.
Yeah, that's.
Don't think that
I-
they would untie him.
I think the
So
best
now we're
option
talking
we've
about
got.
leaving him with the guard.
Wow, leaving him with the guards probably the best option besides letting him go back.
Leave him with the guard, leave him without guard, or let him go. Or kill him, but I do not think anyone wishes to do that.
I'm not gonna kill somebody who's tied up like this.
Yeah. Okay. I'm taking him to the guard.
I mumble under my breath. I'm not sure why it's a good plan now.
Iska's been okay with leaving him with the guard the entire time.
That was like my first suggestion.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard. It's a little hard for Corey to accept that we're leaving this guy to fucking just be murdered, okay?
It is the consequence of his actions.
Don't feel right to me. I'm not saying we shouldn't do it at this point. I'm giving up a little bit. Ah, fuck.
I believe guarded or unguarded, his fate would be the same.
You're literally
And
leaving him to
choose.
the law. That's like the epitome of Bahamut.
It's yes, we're doing it. Let's go. Yes.
Okay, you all go to the barn.
Mm-hmm.
And he's gone.
Where's
Oh,
my...
God, if he's gone.
Damn it, Visor!
Is he
No,
gone?
he's
This is a
still
problem.
there. He's actually still asleep. Because somebody didn't let him sleep. Surprisingly, not that difficult to fall asleep when your entire body's tied up to a pole.
Trust us, it took us a lot more work to put him up there.
As we're hearing Miser through hilarious, Mike.
Yep.
Miser is reading stuff on her screen.
Do you get him? Do you get him off the pole?
Yep.
Okay. He will wake up. He's like, "What?"
We're going for a little walk.
You've tied him up to the point where he can't.
We're carrying you for a little walk.
Okay. Who's carrying?
Not I.
I don't mind.
People with
I
high
can.
strength.
I'll let Nala do it.
All right, Nala, make me an athletics check.
Keeping his hands bound, of course.
Of course. All right, you carry him without a problem. You don't really jostle him too much unless you want to. You make
Okay.
it to Jim, who's the local guard. Howdy, folks. I see you got that guy still.
Yeah, we got the information we wanted out of him. Now we need to actually go handle that.
Oh,
And we can't really keep him with some family in their barn, so can you take him?
well, like I said, I can do what I can, but I can't stop the entire town. So, I mean, if you get back here within like a day or two, it should be all right. I can hold them off long enough. Be like, no, look, they're getting arrested. We'll take them all to Volcarn. You'll get your due justice. Yada yada yada.
Wait, is it actually our goal to try to capture 20 people?
I mean, that's what your friend said.
I look back at them. How are we pulling that off?
Depends how much rope we have.
Yeah, I don't think we got enough rope or manpower for that.
Hmm.
Alright.
I'm good with whatever we decide to do when we get there. Let's figure that out on the fly. Yeah? Yeah, let's do that.
Look, if you guys want to kill people, they're
I
it's not
did.
exactly
I
like these are
said
the best
nothing
people.
about killing people.
Is there anywhere?
I'm just saying we'll figure it out on the fly.
Is there anywhere we can buy more rope on our way out of the town?
Well, we got a local shop here. He might have some rope. I don't know how much rope he'll have though.
Well, there might also be some rope at the camp too. We could take that and as well. They've got tents there. Have to be held up some way.
As I said, on the fly. We'll figure it out. Alright, we're leaving them with you. Thank you. You know, the other part is maybe he could maybe flip-flop around and actually become a law-abiding citizen. Yeah, that could happen. That's a possibility. Right? Right, guy? Oh, hold on. Take out the gag real quick. Right, guy?
Absolutely.
Yeah, see, I don't believe that one.
What? I would lie? No.
I think you probably would.
No shit, Sherlock.
Who's Sherlock?
And we're leaving. Okay. Bye. Nala walks off.
By the way, Jim, if you have any old war stories from any time, I bet he'd love to hear them.
I don't want to hear about this guy's stupid war stories. Maybe you do, my friend.
Torture him with stories. The patented Shin technique.
Do you all follow Nala?
Oh
Yes.
yeah, Corey's right
Yep.
behind Nala going, doesn't he suck shit? I hate this guy.
I still like him. He's pretty funny.
Goldie's like, yeah, he's a bastard.
Hey, language.
Oh.
Corey starts laughing.
Sorry. Auntie Corey was telling me about these wonderful words.
Corey!
I was trying to get her to stop, but she just wouldn't.
She's an adventurer. She can use whatever words she wants.
Yeah.
Goldie,
Alright.
I'm not fully sure of your upbringing, but words like that just are not, they're not good, and you know it. Come on, you know they're not good.
Are they bad words?
Yes,
Do they do bad things?
They can.
they imply bad things and could lead to bad things.
So then why do you guys say them?
Because we're angry people.
So then they're angry words.
They're both.
Oh.
complicated.
Okay.
Even the lizard joined in on the lesson.
From now on, if Corey swears, it's an infernal.
The
That's
best way
what's
to-
happening. If you hear me saying in character a swear word, it came out in infernal.
Okay.
Decision made.
Where are you guys going?
Oh, by the way, we definitely need to head to the west.
All right.
Are we going to attack the camp in broad daylight?
Do you think
Oh.
we'll get there in broad daylight?
How far west is the camp?
Oh, I like this game where we ask questions all the time.
The DM says, get your ass on the move.
No, that's Goldie. Goldie's like, oh.
What time is
That
it?
one we do still need to leave up to Matthias. Or
Hmm?
whoever can track the best. I don't actually know who can track the best between all of you.
Either
Actually,
Matthias
Isk, is
or
it you?
Isk. Depends. I think we both have, me and Matthias both have high survival.
I've
Isk, you
got
seem like
plus
you would
4.
be a good tracker too.
If you're trained in it, you're probably better.
Yeah, I can use. What's your survival roll?
Plus 4.
Okay, I have +7.
They definitely gravitated that out of character.
Follow tracks. Looks like that's listed under there.
I think I kept my locate creature spell. So if we think we're getting close. Nope.
Hmm?
Freedom of movement. Something's wrong with my spells. Hold on. I did not pick freedom of movement.
I will be right back.
Okay.
Me too.
Oh.
Bye.
We should
Don't
back-
read into that.
No, I'm reading into it. Enjoy your quickie.
Wow.
We gotta go make some cobbler.
Uh huh.
God.
I'll make some body cobbler. I don't know what the fuck.
Only me and V really get that one. That's okay. Anyways, so Tig and V, are you guys working out what you want to do?
Well, my question is, should we go back to where we had that fight because we would have left some sort of tracks, like the guy that got chased by the wolves a bit out would have started leaving some tracks in that direction.
He
which
was a
would give us-
Goliath too.
Yeah, it's like a direction to follow, which is hopefully also west.
Yeah, we could do that. I could assist you on survival.
I'm also able to assist. I have a +4.
Okay.
That was really fast.
I had to get a drink and put away dinner.
Whoever's making the survival roll, make it at advantage.
Okay.
Okay. So you head back to Jebediah's place because that's where you initially had the chase. Go to the edge of the forest or the edge of the trees where they went in the first time, find the tracks and get that going. And you will, after a couple hours, make it back to the spot where you had that fight and you see tracks leading off farther west.
Okay.
So I imagine you all will keep following that.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You keep following the tracks for a couple hours, and you'll get to a point. You'll get to another tree line where it gets a little harder to follow them because they seem to branch off towards a different direction, but there other tracks still heading from the west. When they branch off, they kind of branch off south. No, north. They will branch off north.
North into the woods or north like away from the woods?
So there's the fresh tracks from the Goliath that branch off to the north. And then there are older tracks that continue west.
Okay. I'll relay that to the group.
Would I be able to know if there's any like roads or anything that's one of these directions would lead to?
You think the north heads back to Volcan?
If he came all this way, why would he?
It's could be something along the way that he's going to, or maybe if the wolves were still following him, he was trying to lead them away from camp. Could probably follow the tracks and see if maybe it's a new location, or maybe we're just further off to where it wasn't quite fully west.
So you want to follow the newer tracks?
Hmm. Can try.
Okay, we'll follow the newer tracks, see if that leads us toward the camp regardless.
Okay. Roll another survival with advantage.
Okay. Ooh, not as good.
It's still pretty fresh, so you're able to get it for the most part. You lose it, have to wander around, get it, lose it a little bit later, have to wander around, get it. So it definitely took you some time to follow them, but thankfully they were still fresh to follow. And they continue to head north towards Vorkarn. And after like 4 hours of this, they're still heading north. Although to you, it's south.
Back.
Welcome back.
Tracking with Isk.
Yep.
Sort of. We followed the tracks of the bandit that got away in our fight last time, but he went mostly due west, hit a tree line, and then went north, and it appears to have gone just continuously north, which we followed, so he did not go back to the camp.
Maybe there's another camp?
There was also another set of paths still going to the west. Tracks, sorry.
Okay, so we should double back and follow the other tracks.
The other tracks were older.
Well,
Like how much?
if I was any sort of smart bandit, I would try to lose someone's path. So I would or someone's trail. So I would absolutely throw them off my scent by going the wrong direction for a ways before actually going the correct direction. That's just what I would do. I'm not actually a bandit myself, but you know, just thinking about it.
Yeah, this guy, not so smart.
Yeah, but
I think maybe he was running away. Just a guess.
I do not understand why
sure?
he would go.
It's most bandits aim to misdirect you, so it could work that way still.
I've been following this for a couple hours now. I think if he was trying to make us lose him, he'd have gone a couple other directions than just going north like this.
I don't know that he ever went back to the camp.
Yeah, it's starting to seem that way, so probably best to double back and try that other path.
Let's double back.
All right, cool. Let's do that then.
Okay, so you double back. It doesn't take as long to get back to the initial spot because you know where you came from. It takes you 2.5, 3 hours. So at this point, you've been on the trail for, we will say, 8 hours. And then you see the tracks heading west again.
So we follow those.
Yeah,
Try those.
let's follow those.
Alright.
Okay, make me survival advantage.
Let's do this.
Okay. So you follow the tracks. They keep heading west. Out in the open plains. As you keep following them for a couple hours, you think that there are other paths or other tracks that are heading this way as well, heading west to east or east to west. And there's another tree line off in the distance.
So we obviously see the tree line, right?
Yep.
How are we doing, Isk?
There are more tracks than just the ones we've followed now. I think we were
There
going the
are-
right way.
Yeah, there are more bandits than just the few that had got away. Are we ready to take on a whole bandit camp?
I don't think
Mhm.
you're ever ready.
I mean, I'm confident in my abilities. I'm not sure if I'm 20 people versus 5 or 4 confident.
Oh,
Believe in yourself, Shin.
there's someone here who's sneaky. They can go peek on it ahead of us to see what it looks like. Maybe we could draw a few out and
I
play
feel like
on their numbers.
scoping out the compound is as much as we would need. Maybe not necessarily needing to draw them out.
Oh,
But-
I could do it. I could do it.
Mm,
Everyone
Aw,
looks
Victoria,
straight at
come
Goldie.
on, please.
Everyone looks straight at Goldie, I bet.
Please.
I don't,
I don't
think,
think
so.
that's a good
Oh,
idea.
you guys are no fun.
That's true. We're no fun.
Depends. How stealthy are you?
Yeah, Goldie, if you had to put a number to the amount of stealth you thought you had, what would it be?
Between 1 and 20, what would it be?
Well, I was able to sneak out of Corey's room and she didn't notice.
I definitely didn't notice. You're totally right.
See?
Inside check.
Yeah,
Inside
I'm
check.
amazing.
Was she asleep though?
She was definitely asleep.
you should definitely
That
not
is a
go.
So
10.
asleep.
Because I would've
Yeah,
done
well,
that by accident.
my passive persuasion, I think, well, actually, I have terrible charisma. Hold on.
Who are you
Passive
You
doing?
think
persuasion
Goldie's telling the truth?
is 10. So,
Ha, I tie, I beat you.
Okay.
yep. You know that
Uh,
I'm lying through my teeth to this child to make her feel good.
I don't know if Shin was inciting you or me.
Oh.
Shin was inciting Corey.
Okay.
Because her tone of voice, it just made him suspicious.
Yes, you
Passive persuasion of 10.
think Corey was lying through her teeth. Quite literally.
hmm
Shin narrows his eyes at her.
You were so sneaky, but these people are extra super dangerous. So we're going to let somebody else do that this time. But we'll work on your
Oh.
skills, don't worry.
Okay.
How sneaky are you, really, Goldie?
I'm very sneaky. I just said I was able to get out of Corey's room without her noticing.
Well, that's one example. Have you done any other sneaking?
I snuck a pet into MPT before MPT noticed.
Did you really? Looks over at MPT. Well, you wouldn't know.
She looks super proud of that. She's like, yeah.
That's
She surprised MPT.
The creature could not be surprised. She is the most stealth level 20 rogue child.
that's
I never did ask Goldie what her class was.
that's-
So Goldie, what would you say you're good at?
Sneaking around.
Rogue confirmed.
All right, I'm in. Let's let her do the sneaking.
No, I said no.
that seems like a bad idea.
Do we feel that we are close?
All right, I've listened to both of your guys' sides of the argument, and honestly, you're being a bit harsh on Goldie here. If she says she can sneak that well,
Shin,
Oh,
stop.
I'm sure she can sneak just fine. It's just if she gets caught, that's what I'm worried about.
Did you have any contingencies if you got caught, Goldie?
If I got caught, you guys would come rescue me, right?
Of course.
See? We got it all figured out.
See, but there's another thing that goes with that, though. One, you go into this without the risk of getting caught. That's how sneaking works. That's how you're supposed to do things. If you're wanting us to rescue you if you do get caught, you're already thinking there's a chance that you get caught, which means you shouldn't be up for this job.
Well, adventurers have to think of all the possibilities, right?
What time of day is it?
The
The sun's starting to set, but you think you got about 4 hours left.
Goldie, the best adventurers are the ones that never get caught. And if you're thinking you're gonna get caught, it could happen.
Aren't the best adventurers the ones that have stories told about them?
You know, I was trying to say adventurers when I was really just meaning thieves and thugs and whatnot, but you weren't letting me go there, so now I'm just being blatant about it.
Are
The
you
best
saying
thieves
I'm
are the
a
ones that are
thug?
never caught. You just don't know that they're caught. Or that they still. What? What happened? What'd you say?
Hey, which one of us is stoned right now? I think it might be you.
No. Out of character. I am just playing Shin as Shin, so I'm having fun with it.
I'm teasing.
Okay, so
Well, then stop pulling it out of character.
if it's almost nighttime, they should be going to bed soonish. We could set their tents on fire.
Oh my god.
Are you
Put
saying
them-
we
No, no.
murder them
I like
in
this
their
idea.
sleep?
Put them into a frenzy where they're, not prepared. They're freaking out because of fire. And pick off, not that kill, but pick off small groups of them as they are trying to take care of the chaos.
Iskar, are we even close to the camp at all, do you think?
I think we may have a better idea once we make our way to the tree line. We cannot see anything from all the way over here.
I like where the plan is going. Maybe we should continue walking to see if there is actually a camp up ahead.
Should we attempt to be quiet?
If we're
I
getting
don't know.
close,
Certainly would not be a bad idea.
If we want to do my plan, that will make my plan easier.
I think the element of surprise could be very useful, definitely. Kind of regardless of what we end up doing.
If
well,
the,
if we were wanting to
the-
tie all of them up, if we burn the camp down, then there wouldn't be as much rope to tie anybody up.
Oh, I didn't agree to burning the camp down. I was just saying we should stealth up closer to their camp.
I'm gonna be perfectly honest. That's not really in my wheelhouse of skills.
Mine either.
And for the most part, I've been talking out of my ass about anything I know thugs and bandits would do because I am not one.
Yeah, we were figuring that out. Thank you.
So I feel like you guys, in all of our stealthy capabilities, unless Isk, you have something you can do about it, we can try it, but I know for a fact looks over at the one wearing heavy armor. It's not gonna work.
I can be stealthy, but
I think
all I can do is get
We could
information.
always just walk in and say, "Hey, stop being bad people." Okay? Excellent. And leave.
Matthias starts
Thy
walking.
Lord Bahamut condemns you.
It's not really Bahamut's jam, but you're close.
Do you think they have any scouts that could see us right now?
You know,
Probably.
I was thinking about it, but at the same time, I wasn't gonna bring it up because
Why?
didn't feel the need. Because if they can already see us, then they're already reacting to us. So what's the point?
But if they haven't already seen us, but they still could see us, then hiding would probably be smart. So mentioning that kind of thing is probably useful.
We're in the
Goldie
middle
hides
of a
behind you,
plain.
Troy.
There's nowhere to hide.
Yep, I kind of tuck her behind me. Good job.
Knowing that he can't hide, Matthias is just gonna start walking forward, just walking along the path.
I
Keep
an
can
eye out.
introduce idea number B.
Please, please do.
We're a family.
Matthias is still walking.
Of worshippers to Bahamut. And we are just following this path because we got lost along the trail.
We could deliver the good message of Bahamut. We're missionaries.
It'll get us into the camp without any potential hassle. They'll think they have easy targets. And then we prove just how not easy we are of targets.
Only the two of you could do that because there is most definitely a Goliath in that camp who has seen us, and we're a little bit distinctive. I look over at Isk and look back at myself.
I do not think the Goliath went back to camp. We followed his tracks. They continued away from camp.
Hmm.
Also, couldn't we disguise you guys a bit?
Yeah, just put the shawl over you.
Skew your features a bit?
Matthias is just gonna keep walking.
Matthias has actually walked off without us. Maybe we should either bonk him on the head, tell him to knock it the fuck off, or, maybe he can just keep walking to the camp by himself.
Nala,
That could be interesting. Entertaining to watch.
when you found information on these bandits in the town, didn't you say that they were after you? I think they know who you are.
That's why I propose disguises.
Do you have skills in making disguises?
I can try.
I've seen magic do it, but this is not magic that I have.
Alright, anyways, the whole missionary thing probably wouldn't have worked either, because we all have fairly large assortment of weapons and other utensils of war.
Yeah, I pat my
Maybe-
warhammer. I'm like, she's a little hard to hide.
Maybe Matthias is on the right track. Although,
Matthias
He's
is
kind of-
almost to the tree line at this point.
he's kind of being dumb about walking straight up there by himself, way ahead of the pack. Saying that loud enough
We
for
should
him to
go
hear.
back him up then,
Go for it.
as a team.
I'm good on the front or the back line. It's fine. Don't worry. I'll get up there at some point.
He would have gone up to the tree line and stopped there and looked to see what he saw.
Make a perception roll.
I'll start following him.
You see a lot of trees.
Hmm.
Pretty tree.
Do they look healthy?
Make a survival roll. Yep, they're doing pretty good.
Surprised he didn't make that a nature roll.
Is there a nature roll?
Yes.
Yeah, there's a nature skill.
Oh, god damn it.
So
I
there are
think
very
his survival
few
is better
int
than
checks
nature.
that made it through.
His survival is better than nature, anyways.
Yep.
We'll just roll with it. Hey.
I once he got to the tree line, I started following him. So eventually,
Yep. You'll all catch back up to Matthias.
I don't like this idea, but it's the only one we got. I
Trail
don't like this
continues
idea.
west. You have about an hour or two's left of daytime.
But it's the only one we got.
I do think that approaching at night is smart.
Or terrible.
Can
Why?
I
Let's
do a
do
perception
it.
check too?
Yep, go for it.
Alright.
I'm
Let's do it.
assisting.
Yes. Just looking for any signs of like traps, people having been around really recently or currently being around, stuff like that.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm doing the same. So if you want to take advantage, yes, silent, yeah.
Oh, advantage?
Go for it.
If that's okay, yeah.
Should I roll again?
Sigh, just passive aggressive. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
Hey, man, tell me no.
Go ahead and roll again, Isk.
Okay.
Okay. The only paths that really, or the only tracks that seem recent are the ones that you're following right now. There doesn't seem to be any other human or humanoid residual effects in the area. There doesn't seem to be any noises that you would hear when you're getting close to a camp. There just doesn't seem to be much but nature.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, the options are to continue ahead as a group, or Isk and anybody else who has very stealthy rolls could try to move ahead stealthily.
Not exactly the sneaky type, so I'd be on that one.
I think you might be the only one who's sneaky, is.
I'm sneaky-ish.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Perhaps the two of you should go?
Do we want to do reconnaissance or just continue moving ahead until we all see signs of bandits?
I feel
Yeah.
we should all move ahead, but you should, Isk, specifically move ahead of the group at least 60 feet so that you can see things before we do and potentially make it back to us before anything gets out of hand.
Let's see, I can have Isk take an animal form. That would be faster. I think deer are pretty fast. Got like no
Mhm.
HP, but I'm not changing into it for HP.
Well, if you're going ahead, something sneaky as well would probably be good.
Deer are 50 feet.
Yeah, so that might be good just for being stealthy and being something that wouldn't seem out of place if bandits saw it.
It's true.
Yep.
Unless
Alright.
they're the vindictive shoot a deer when you see it types.
It would
And
turn
might-
Isk back into a lizard.
Indeed.
and if they did that, then you'd be
They'd only see one person, so.
This is why we are trailing back, but within distance if it gets dark out to still be able to see Isk, at least those of us with dark vision.
Someone's gonna have to hold my hand if you don't want me to cast light.
I'll hold your hand.
Alright, let's all use
Can
wild
you
shape.
see in the dark, little Goldie?
No. But I'll hold your hand.
We'll hold hands, but we'll also hold hands with Uncle Shin. How's that sound?
That sounds great.
Okay.
Isk will turn into a deer.
Okay. Poof, you are a deer.
Yes.
Poof.
I feel like some people should prep dark vision.
No.
So this is a GM question. How do skills work while you're in an animal form?
I think I get the physical traits of the animal, but I keep the mental
Okay.
traits of my
Perfect.
character.
Correct.
So go ahead and make, because survival is mental. Yes,
Yep.
so go ahead and make a survival roll.
Sure.
Not
roll
an
my own,
advantage
'cause-
because it's a
yeah,
little
'cause
hard for
nobody's
people to help
around.
you. And also they're not near you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's different now.
Okay.
Woo!
You have the tracks keyed in real easily. Are you quick to follow them, or do you keep it at pace that the rest of the party can follow you?
I'll keep it at pace.
Okay. So you're able to follow the tree track or the tracks very easily. And you get to a clearing that has a hill on it. Not a very big one, but on the side of it there's a cave entrance.
And everybody's hanging about 60 feet back.
Yep.
Alright. Wonder how close I can get to try to see if I can like listen for any noise coming from the cave.
You can make a perception check now.
Okay.
Okay, you don't hear anything?
The tracks are going in this direction.
Yep. Lead right into the cave.
Hmm. Let's see. I'll probably double back to the group
Okay.
and then kind of go with them toward the cave. I can't really communicate anything, so.
So the deer approaches you.
Shin very specifically keeps 60 feet away from the deer. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Bye, Shen.
Where are you going, Shin?
Must keep 60 feet away for the scouting to work.
What do the rest of you do?
Ask Shin to show us. See if Shin can like nod and not Shin. Sorry, if can like nod and stuff, and then just ask them if it's safe to go forward.
Shin nods.
Not I. You know.
Is dear
You can communicate with Isk with yes or no questions very easily.
Excellent.
Do you have a question?
Is it safe to follow you?
There's no yes or no answer to that. I think this doesn't do anything.
Corey's
Blank stare.
tapped.
What? Really
Did you
should've
see the camp?
No. Shake said no.
That's what she asked.
Alright, let's keep moving
Digging. Let's keep. I mean, moving forward.
forward.
Yeah. This sort of points their like head or horns or whatever in like the direction of the tracks and
You can
sort of
point your
moves in that
foreleg.
direction. Yeah.
Because you can stand on 3 feet, so you just kind of point that way.
Mhm.
Horns? How many points are you?
It's a deer.
Oh, that's a terrible joke.
Well, how many points is she making? She points in a direction. How many times is she pointing that way?
I thought you were making a hunter joke.
I thought you were too.
in my mind I was going, I thought she was a doe, but I guess she could be a stag.
She said
Yeah, exactly.
horns.
I think it's because I'm looking at the standard picture here on this like D&D thing.
Yep. So Isk points in a direction. Do you all follow that way?
Mm-hmm.
Those of you that have those of you who had dark vision can see the outline of a cave coming up. Because it's basically getting to that point where it's hard to see.
Yeah, I see an outline of a cave up ahead.
Does it look like there's
I am-
any light coming out of the cave?
Nope.
I will trust your judgment, Shin.
Oh, you guys are blind?
I'm holding onto Shin's hand or shoulder or something. And then Goldie's on my hip.
Yep.
Shin, who is older than Corey, had to refrain from being a smartass about an age joke.
Mm-hmm.
I have no response because you didn't make it, so we're good.
Yeah, I can't see anything. I've just been moving through my senses.
Well, we don't have anyone that's sneaky that can see in the dark. I guess none of you have any spells that can help see in the dark that, doesn't illuminate us.
Nope.
Don't have anything like that. But I can see. But this armor, I can't sneak.
So
Well-
wait,
It's a cave. What do we see inside the cave now that we're up to it?
You're approaching it from the side, so you can't see in it.
Gotcha. There's No one outside the cave or
Correct.
any of that. Like, I can't track any footprints to know that there's been any traffic in or out of it.
You can actually see some traffic there. Yeah.
So maybe we found a hideout. They said it was a staging area, so that's if it's a staging area, it could just be for depositing and getting ready for and setting up for any bounties or whatnot that they're doing.
I mean, I know we got lost for a while, but we're like a whole day's travel out of town. I don't expect they're traveling very much further than this to get in and out of just a small farming village. It seems like a lot of work.
We did spend almost 8 hours following the other tracks.
Still, we've been going for several hours at this point, like on the correct path.
We're also talking very loudly while we're approaching this cave. We should whisper.
Corey has been whispering.
I-
She's dumb, but she's not that dumb.
No one mentioned it. Silent could just be making all these perception checks because of it. We don't even know.
Thank you for pointing it out.
Okay. What do you do?
Yeah. Walking up to the cave.
Well, they have home field advantage because we can't sneak in there and scout the thing out.
Oh yeah, if we want to draw them out, at least they'd be coming out of a funnel.
Do you go to the cave entrance, Matthias? Because you're approaching it from the side.
I'd probably go up and kind of peek around the corner.
Okay. It's a shallow cave. You can see the other end.
And is there anything in there, or does it?
Nope. There's a fire pit, and it looks to be a spot where some people had. There's a lot of traffic in there, a lot of footsteps and what have you.
Mm. Doesn't look like there's anybody in there. It's a small cave.
So we're either about to get ambushed or they don't stay here.
Did the fire pit look like it had been recently used, like in the last day, or?
Make me a survival check. Hard to tell. It's such a shallow cave. You think it's very odd to have any type of traffic in here, but there's definitely traffic in here, and they use it for something.
Maybe this
Yeah.
is where they store their goods.
Does any of the traffic look odd, like going into what seems like a solid wall or anything like that?
Nope.
Does there seem to be a place where the traffic seems to congregate, where a lot of the traffic seems to be going in?
Make me another survival check. So you're looking around, and it's really hard to distinguish all the footprints at this point, especially because it's really late. And you've kind of lost your bearings. So you're like, okay, they use this cave for something. I just can't put my finger on it right now. I don't know. It's like on the tip of my tongue. I feel like I should know this.
What does it smell like?
It smells like it's been used, like there's been a fire here not too long ago.
Is it clean? Like
Not really. It looks like people have had sleep here often. So there's some trash. There's smells that it's been used in for somebody relieving themselves, not shitting themselves, but definitely pissing.
Don't know why they'd just leave themselves in the cave. It sounds sanitary.
Is there
Yeah, that's
anything
adventuring number one.
Is there anything in the cave?
Nope, it's a very shallow cave. It's room enough for 4 to 5 people to comfortably stay in there. and stay out of the weather.
And there's nothing left behind
Other than the fire
besides
pit.
just
Nope.
the remnants.
Well, this is outside of my realm of skills.
I'm gonna start just looking and feeling along the walls, see if there's any
Okay.
buttons or switches.
Make me an investigation roll.
Oh, this should be good. Yep.
You don't find anything.
But
In
I-
my bed,
Nah, go ahead.
in my years of service, does this look like anything that I've seen before, as far as like holdups and whatnot?
Yes. This does seem very similar to that.
Would I have like further knowledge, like my character, not me, on possibilities of what it could be?
Roll me 1d100 and pick high or low. I'm sorry. Pick high or low first, then roll me 1d100.
And I roll the D100, yeah?
Yes. But you got to tell me high or low first.
Low.
Okay. Roll it.
Something wrong with
Holy
these
shit.
D100s?
yeah, seriously.
So you're very familiar with how bandits work because you've been part of the Art of Guard for a long time. And there are times where they have camps set out really, really far away from towns because they don't want to get caught by the outer guards. So they'll have staging areas in between where they'll go to that spot, rest there for a bit, and then move on to the town. And you think this is one of those. So the camp is further out west.
I relay that knowledge to the group.
The deer nods.
Goldie pets you.
So the question is, do we continue to travel that way or we're not? Because it's getting dark and it's still, you know, a while away, presumably.
The deer sits down.
Mm. I'm not sure. I'm scared that resting here is a bad idea, but
Well,
my
no, of
knee
course we
hurts.
wouldn't rest here. But what we could do is rest nearby and trap whoever is going to rest here potentially.
That's, yeah, I like that.
At least until we move further on to their camp, of course. So, yeah.
That sounds like a good idea to me.
Okay.
All right. We will take a break here. Get some drinks, bathroom, what have you.
You say as I
Okay.
just
Done.
got back from grabbing a drink.
Yep.
Done.
Mm-hmm.
And we're back.
Welcome back.
I never left.
Okay.
Me either.
I'm still here. In body.
Illyria is getting sleepy.
Uh-oh.
Hello.
Hi, Tag.
Welcome.
Thanks. Just went to grab some water.
All right. So you guys camp down for the night?
Sounds like it. In the trees, like off
Outside
to
the
side.
cave.
And
Do you have a
Keeping an
fire?
overwatch.
What time is it?
It is after dusk.
That was an Overwatch joke. Sorry.
Oh.
I realized it made no sense after I said it.
I was about to tell you, time for you to get a sundial.
Which doesn't work at night, but yeah. I can't see shit, yo. Like,
You can't have a watch. And depending on how bright the moon is, it could work at night.
True.
So because most
how
of the group
sundials work?
see shit, I go to Matthias and say, hey, we need to be the ones to basically do all the setup for them so they can actually sleep nicely and stuff.
yeah.
We had a full rest, right?
Yep.
I might switch dark vision into one of my spells.
It's really amazing for a group of mostly can't see in darks.
Yep.
I have
Do you
light.
do you guys set up a campfire and do you set up watch?
No campfire because I just
No
told
campfire.
Matthias that we are setting up everything for them so they don't have to have a campfire.
Yeah.
Yep.
And of course there will be watches that Matthias and I will trade off on throughout the night. Right, Matthias?
Right.
Okay.
All right, I'll put dark vision as one of my spells.
Goldie will tuck up with Corey.
Yep.
But the night passes without any issues. And there's no
What
rooster. to
fucking
wake you up
level
in the
is
morning.
dark vision?
Dark
I'm gonna
vision
have it.
is level 2,
Second.
second level.
Druids get it, clerics I don't think do.
I don't get it. No.
Trying to figure out what I should ditch to bring it
Yeah,
instead.
I'm trying to.
I already checked to see if paladins can take it, and they can't.
I don't think I need Zone of Truth anymore.
I also don't think you expected Shin to weirdly interrogate the guy.
No, I didn't. I as a player kind of knew you were doing it, but Corey would have. Good, so.
Glad you thought so, because I, as a player, sure as hell didn't think it was going that way. And then Silence make this roll with advantage. I'm like, the fuck?
Sleep deprivation's a bitch, man.
Bless. Big bless.
I'm curious now because the 100 followed by the 1.
50.
Huh.
Not that far off.
Close.
Balanced, as all things should be. Wow.
What the fuck? It's assigned you a number, and that's the number you get. Do you just type roll, or do you have to put an exclamation first?
Just roll.
Slash roll, and then
Slash. But oh no, because you rolled 100 earlier. It just really does not like Alaria, apparently.
it's something other than 1.
Yay!
All right.
It can be done.
Morning comes, no issues. What do you all do?
Keep going.
Keep going, following the trail.
Make me a survival check. Whoever is doing it at advantage.
Cry at the uncertainty of life.
Do you want me to do it?
Or whoever
Uh,
just wants to do it. Whoever wants
Console
to.
Nala while she cries. That's what I'm doing.
Oof.
Oofa doofa. Did you roll 2 nat ones?
Yeah.
Holy
You start
shit.
back on the trail.
Uh-huh.
That
Scary. It's
happened.
going great, guys. We're getting so much done tonight.
I absolutely follow her, trusting in her full capabilities of tracking
Same,
and not
same.
reading
Same.
into everyone's reaction of it as
Matthias,
if something
how's
happened and went wrong.
your
Everybody
sense of
roll.
direction?
Everybody roll perception.
Oh, okay. That one I'm okay at. Shit.
This was too busy
Perception.
looking at their manage spell menu.
Jesus. No, this dice roller's being mean.
Valeria?
Matthias, save us.
Dude.
Oof. All right. You're all following the tracks. The tree line opens. You see a tree line off in the distance. And you're like, all right.
Oh no, we're going back the way we came from.
Matthias, make me a survival check.
He's like, sounds like, please get yourself out of this shit. Let me give you one more chance, please. That's better.
You get halfway over there, and Matthias, you're like, the sun's in the wrong spot. This isn't right. I think we're backtracking. And you turn around and you're like, yeah, we definitely backtracked.
What? Iska's a great survivalist. We're good. We're on the right path here.
Yeah, maybe it's got something to do with directions being backwards. I don't know.
That is true.
She's backwards? What?
This is about Volcarn being in the south, isn't it?
Volcarn is in the north?
See, Isk has directions backwards. They are very good at tracking. but sometimes they get their directions backwards. So I think we should listen to Matthias on this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Now we're following Matthias, right? Lead on, Matthias. I shall follow you.
All right. Guess I'll lead the
I give
way.
you advantage.
To the death.
Poor
Bless you.
is. Roll me another survival advantage with us. Okay. You get back to the cave. You see another pair of tracks that are heading back west.
Okay.
And you follow it. I
Following
imagine.
along.
It takes longer to break outside the tree line, but you finally do. And it is a wide open plains right now. There's a little bit of hills here and there, but that's about it. But you can follow the tracks, no problem.
Are we wanting to hide? I can hide in the plains.
You can hide in plain sight. Hey.
Yeah.
Hey.
Damn it! You stole my joke.
Just
Yeah.
need a minute.
Or 10.
I think it's a minute for hide in plain sight.
I thought hide in plain sight was 10, but I could totally be wrong.
Anyways. So you follow the tracks unless you guys want to do anything different.
All right. Keep following the tracks unless somebody says anything else.
Yes, me and Nala are towering above you guys, just walking through the plains.
Good
You
army
follow
crawl.
for a good 8 hours, and then you think you see some tree lines in the distance.
Yeah, they're really camped out a ways away.
Jeez.
Yeah,
We are not bringing these motherfuckers back to town. It's way too far out of the way. Please note Corey swore in Infernal.
Goldie will bond in Infernal.
Oh, dang
That's awesome.
that is awesome. You speak Infernal, Goldie?
Was that what that was? It sounded really nice. A little throaty though.
Yeah, no, most people don't use the word nice to describe the way Infernal sounds.
It's
Why is two upstanding
I tried
followers of
Celestial.
Bahamut sounding
Celestial
like
with her.
demons right now?
She will respond in Celestial.
See, that one's prettier, huh?
Yes. Oh, it is a very beautiful language.
Yeah, this one is great. And then I look at Shin and I say, you got to know your enemy.
How old are you, Goldie?
I am 10 and a half years old.
You are a very cultured 10-and-a-half-year-old.
Well, thank you.
Do you know
Did
any
you-
other languages that we should maybe know about that could be useful?
I mean, maybe?
I tried Draconic with her.
Oh, she responds in Draconic.
Uh-huh.
Matthias
I mean, we're
understands that
Bahamut's
one.
followers. We should know that one, right?
Exactly. Those are the
Holy
only three.
crap! One that I actually know.
Those are the only ones other than common that I know. But I feel like those are the three that all good followers of Bahamut should have. I kind
Oh,
of
I
wink
I
at her.
speak.
I suck.
I'm trying to comfort a child, god damn it.
I say in giant.
And I speak Elvish over to Matthias and go, man, I really kind of jealous that they know all these different languages that I'm just totally lost on you.
Goldie will look at you curiously, Ilaria, or Nala, but she won't respond.
Yeah,
Got
know
one.
a couple languages, but a couple of those I didn't understand.
I look directly at Isk. What languages do you know?
Looking at my character sheet because I don't have this memorized.
You for sure know Draconic, Isk.
Yeah, I think it's common, draconic. I think goblin was one of them. Where
Yes,
did
Scarlet
they go?
Witch.
Druidic.
Oh,
Oh,
sure.
where are the languages?
On the left bottom corner.
Oh, common, draconic, druidic, goblin, sylvan.
Damn, you know a lot of languages.
It's because she's smart.
So smart. Smarter than my character by a lot.
2 of them are just because they're druid.
That's not the point. Goldie knows all the best languages.
I do.
Well,
You guys continue on.
Yep.
I would imagine if we just stopped randomly to have that entire discussion, it would be a bit awkward.
I thought we were having it while we were walking.
You did.
He did just ask us if we continued on.
You will get. You think about 45 minutes close to the tree line.
Okay.
You don't see anything, but you can continue on if you wish. Just making that aware. So I'm not like you're inside the trees. You're like, wait.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Except
Keep
I think
keep
that's the
moving
plan.
along.
Okay. Keep trucking along until you are inside the trees.
Oh no! Didn't you warn us?
Uh
Sass. V
huh.
sass.
Good place to do some perception.
You would think that. Go ahead and
How
roll
shall
your
we percept?
Percepting of recent signs of people.
As you're getting into the tree line, Iska, though, is anybody else doing perception or no?
Oh, yeah, probably.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like a thing I would do.
I guess I should have
I
just
don't
said
wanna-
I took a 10 because that's exactly what I got.
Corey, Nala, and Shin.
Slowly, I'm getting closer to left.
What am I doing? Sorry.
Are you doing perception or no?
No.
I also got a 10.
Nala? Are we losing her?
Perception for whether or not we should.
Whether anyone's
Continue.
around besides us.
Everybody's kind of
Oh.
looking around just to see what they can see. You don't have to. if you
Yeah, I
don't
do
want to.
that.
Okay, go for it. Shin? Yeah, nay?
Everybody got a 10.
I
Except for
find this
Tig.
really weird. Except for
I don't like this dice roller. I should get up and unpack my dice.
Miser, are you okay?
There, less than a 10.
Thank you.
So you'll all notice that there are a multitude of tracks heading away from the tree line. Not just this one, but others as well. And they kind of meander off. You'd have to follow them to see where they go.
Into or out of?
Both.
Okay. Are the ones going in all going, is it like they're kind of all coming together, or is it
They
all
seem
kind
to
of
be
all over the place?
hard to say. It seems like they're all kind of on the same path. Corey, as you get inside the forest, you think you hear people in the distance.
I hear them. Guys,
Oh shit.
I think we're actually close this time. What time is it?
It is getting towards dusk again. You have
Really?
probably 2 hours of time left.
Hide right now. And
Goldie drops to the floor.
then.
Adorable.
So tempted to follow her, but my armor would go clank, 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 clank if I did that.
don't think I could hide very well.
I'm not great at hiding either, but if we don't move until after nighttime, that might be good.
Well, if they've got anybody that can see in the dark like us, that might not help us much.
I was just hoping most of them would be asleep when we
Out of
started.
whispers, we are in the trees, right, Silent?
You had just gotten to the tree line, so you hadn't quite got into the trees.
I hear them. With my not ears.
Whispering, endgame then. So maybe we just hide in the trees where we have obvious things to cover us up.
We should
Yeah.
hide off the path.
Yes.
So hide and wait until dusk. That isn't at all when bandits are most active, I promise.
Would you rather go now?
I don't know. I don't know these things. Gives you a completely blank stare of not knowing these things.
Well,
I don't know how much wait until dusk would help us.
Alright, well then let's fucking go.
There's us. Can't see in the dark as well.
I don't have any languages that Goldie doesn't speak. I'm gonna stop cursing, god.
When do you get one
What
of
was
those
that?
spells
What was that?
You need
That
one of
was
those
Vex.
You
like a
recover your spells
deafening
after a
spell.
long rest.
I think I do have blindness, deafness, actually. I think I
Yeah,
prepped
just
it
be
today.
like, Goldie, wait here, and then like step out of it.
Oh no, I prepped bless instead.
No worries. Let's see. If we're in earshot of them, they are close enough that it will not take long to get there. So the question is, attacking while we have daylight or attacking under cover of darkness, but we also can't see well?
I was gonna say, that
Mhm.
is a bit of a problem with you guys. Most of you can't see, and I think none of you have dark vision.
Yes,
The spell,
that's
sorry.
why we can't see.
I do. But it only affects one person at a time, so could give it to one person.
Honestly, we don't need to wait until dusk to have any sort of surprise if we have any sort of surprise.
And
Yeah.
On the other hand, it has come to my attention that fires are a bit of a commonality at night when groups of people congregate. Campfires, that is, and cook fires, things like that. We
I
should
was
still
thinking
probably
we
try
might
to
be
see
able
if
to
we can
save.
get closer to see this place before it gets dark, so that you guys can actually see what's going on more now.
well, Nala did have a good plan. If they don't set up a fire, we can start then. Creates
We're
light.
not lighting these people on fire.
Not the people, something else. There's trees around.
Let's start forest fires.
Says the druid.
Yeah.
I'm a bit confused that the druid just said that.
I am
That's
as
right.
well. That's
Druids get fire spells. It's natural.
Fire is natural.
Fire
I
is
have-
natural.
I
well,
have
there is
flaming
a
sphere
there is a
prepared,
circle
so,
of wildfire, so
yeah.
This is all well and good, but don't they still protect the natural order of things? And
Mhm.
lighting a forest on fire is not the natural order.
Is it not?
Not when Isk lays her hand on a tree and says, fire. That is not natural. That is Isk taking a deliberate action that she is conscious of to light the forest on fire. He is conscious of? What are you? I'm sorry, that's rude. Forget I asked.
Well, there's flaming sphere, so if we do need fire, Esk has a lot of distraction spells prepared if we need a distraction.
Corey, you see Goldie trying to sneak into the forest.
Hey. I thought we agreed we would go together, Goldie.
I'm really good at sneaking.
You are so good at sneaking, but going without us is a bad plan.
I was just gonna look.
We don't go without each other, right? So you can't go without us either.
Okay. He comes back to you.
It's not that I doubt your skills, it's that these people are extra super bad and horrible.
Do you think they use bad words?
They totally use even worse words than the ones that you've heard me use.
There are even worse words?
Mhm. Oh, yeah.
You should tell me them sometime.
I think
Maybe
she
when
should.
you're not 10 and a half, but
Dang it.
we can discuss that when we're not trying to ambush camp, okay?
Okay.
If you guys are waiting for Shin to reply to anything, he's just kind of looking lost right now.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys think we
Okay.
should just go, then let's just go.
Thias is gonna try to sneak to the edge of the, or into the.
Yeah.
All right, everybody who wants to go into the forest needs to make me a sneak roll.
All right, let's do it.
This is gonna go great.
Remember,
Yeah.
if you have disadvantage because of your armor.
Is everyone
you.
going together?
Nice.
I think so.
Sure.
Can I
That's
cast Pass Without Trace?
Yes.
Alright.
Yeah.
Okay.
that brings me up to a 12.
Good.
Wow, I did
So,
okay.
It just means
23.
everyone has a +10 to dexterity stealth checks.
Okay.
Can't be tracked except by magical means, and you don't leave tracks behind.
Yep.
So I got a 29.
A spider
23.
spots you immediately, Miser.
Fuck off, I quit.
Oof.
Oofa doofa.
Okay.
Oh, it's 15.
So you all huddle together. Is cast her spell.
And break!
You
Go,
all,
go, go!
Yeah. You all start moving into the forest. And every time you think you're about to step on a stick, like you look down and like, oh, maybe that's not a good idea, and you miss it. And you don't
Question.
hear anything, any alarms or anything like that. And everybody make me a perception check.
Okay, so I don't have to roll stealth.
Oh,
You get a
yes.
+10 to it.
Roll stealth. You fool. Okay, you're fine. Plus, oh, you already. Okay, I got it. Yep.
25.
No, she already added the +10 to it.
Yeah.
Because her stealth would not be +12 normally. Iskin. Who am I missing? Corey. Isk and Shin, you both see some guy leaning on a tree, bored out of his mind. Red shirt, has a bow. He's kind of like cleaning his fingers right now. You think he's a scout, but he's obviously not doing his job.
Is he like looking in our direction or facing
Nope.
away from us?
He is looking away from you guys.
Anyone have a non-lethal solution?
I have a crossbow. Oh, you said non-lethal. No. I have a lethal solution. We should use the lethal solution.
Might work too.
Out of character, my character is not going to stop you from killing people if that's what you're worried about.
Well,
She's just not going to help you kill anybody either, so.
I guess we just need a quiet solution, whatever it is.
Yes. That, I
What?
Can
think,
you
is-
attack from range, Isk?
sort of, but thing.
How far away is he?
He is. Say he's 80 feet out.
As
Oh,
they're having
cool.
this
That is
discussion,
exactly the distance.
would I have finally noticed him?
If they point him out to you, yes.
Would,
I'll point him out, especially since I'm just kind of like,
I'd get within 90 feet at that point and cast sleep on him.
I mean, you're already within 90 feet, so
Okay.
you cast sleep on him. Roll the dice.
That was 5.
I look over at him, I look over at Isk. You said non-lethal, right?
Non-lethal, quiet.
Okay, so he's gonna fall out of the tree and break his neck.
He's not in a tree. He's leaning up against the tree.
I thought you said he was in a tree.
No.
Okay, well that'll be quiet then.
He slumps over to the ground. Thump.
There. That was
Okay.
quiet.
So that's only gonna last a minute. We should go over there and finish him. Sure, it was non-lethal.
Alright.
What the fuck are you gonna do after that? I'm sorry, language.
Corey?
What are you gonna do after that?
Corey's gonna hold Goldie and stay 40 feet behind the group.
Okay.
You said disguises, right? Earlier?
I think that's a little late to be worrying about that at this point.
Put on a shirt. Go in there. Do something.
I'm sorry, I don't want to be a red shirt.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's,
Are you guys gonna fucking kill him, or what's the plan? That's Bex, not Corey.
I mean, I think any attack that we do is gonna wake him up immediately, right?
Correct.
So it has to be like a single attack.
oh, he's unconscious, so
I
that
s-
gives you like advantage and all that crap.
gives us advantage, and it's like in words. It's an immediate crit. It crits automatically.
I remember it doing that in 3.5. I didn't know if it did in 5th, but to me
Yeah.
that sounds correct.
It crits.
Oh, yeah.
Also, you could all hit him in the same round before he woke up.
I don't think that's needed.
My point is, you can definitely kill him. And as a player, I think that you should.
Jeez. Anyways, back in character, I sigh heavily, draw my greatsword, look at Isk. You want to help me with this? And then move towards him.
Just can take out. Let's see. I guess a dagger might be better for this. Quarterstaff or dagger? Dagger.
Matthias looks away because he doesn't want to be a part of it, even though you put him to sleep.
Same. I'm shielding Goldie, and I'm not gonna watch this.
Sneakily moving towards the Watcher
Sure.
and getting there before the minute is up.
Roll me a stealth check.
Both of us?
Knew you would say
No.
it.
So the two of you can get up to him, no problem. I'll keep the same stealth check. The problem is going to be how he kills them stealthily with a greatsword.
I put it up against his head and I slide it in.
Do you have the strength to do that?
I don't need the strength that's based
I mean,
for whatever reason.
sure, but the point is, you're not using any like light weapon that can just kind of coup de grace him. You're using a very
26.
heavy weapon, who's meant to chop people in half with a lot of power behind it. I don't know how to figure that out for Artificer, but it's not like your greatsword just melts through his skin or melts through his flesh. But you do it in a method that doesn't seem to make much noise.
You want me to roll damage?
No, he's dead.
Okay. I walk back with Isk and kind of just look over to the group and say, well, that was unpleasant. Let's move on with the rest of this.
Alright.
Yep. I'm gonna take Goldie in a wide berth.
Okay. She doesn't seem to fight you. Go ahead, everybody, make me another stealth roll.
Are we still passed without a trace?
Yep, it lasts for an hour. It's concentration, so it's gonna last until I cast like a different concentration spell or lose concentration.
Oof.
Oh, I rolled
Jeez.
perception. Sorry.
So that's another 12.
Okay.
But it's 22.
I got the same stealth roll 2 times in a row.
17.
Wow. Okay. You all make it to the edge, and you can see the tree line fades away, opens back up to a clearing. It has a fort that is lined with wooden walls and some stakes on the outside. The doors are open. You can see inside. We'll say that you came on a side that you cannot see inside it. You only see the walls.
Can we see anyone on?
Yep. You see a guy who's just actually from your vantage point. Yes, you can see a guy to your right on a wall overlooking something, and he also looks extremely bored and doesn't seem to be doing his job very well. So out of character game, how much time does everybody have? Because we're getting close to combat, and combat's going to take a while.
I'm fading real fast.
So let's call it for tonight, and we can pick this up next time.
Sure.
Okay.
Sounds excellent.
Woot.
We're not. Oh, are you guys? I'm out next week. You guys can totally play without me, but I am out next week.
That should be interesting.
Are you gonna control her while she's gone?
No,
Healer
You're
combat.
welcome to.
no, I will not control her while she's gone. Well, you'll see what happens when we get to that point.
Oh, goody. Sorry, y'all. I cannot control that I'm going to Las Vegas.
It's okay.
You're gonna be a hostage. You're gonna be a hostage. You
Oh,
and
yeah, I
Goldie.
am.
And it's like, oh well, that wasn't the idea before, but thanks, Master. Now I have ideas.
It'll be what it is. And I will have the pleasure of watching the stream later and being like, holy shit. And not feeling bad about any decisions that get made.
They could kill everybody. Yay!
Yeah, I don't have to wrestle with the moral implications. It's fine. It's perfect.
Matthias just has to.
Well, I mean, supposing that my character is there in some capacity, I'm just not controlling her. I'll have to RP it later, but
You will all find out next time.
On Dragon Ball Z.
I almost said that.
Thank you guys.
Oh, pleasure as always.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah, that
Yes.
was fun.
Yes.
I feel like it took us longer to get there than Sal
It
was
did.
expecting.
I was like, all right, I'm all set for this. Oh, all right. Maybe not. I'm
We
not so worried about
are,
pacing anymore because I can find out we can spend tons of time just in town.
We are not the most efficient decision makers,
But
but
that's fine. Like, I don't have any problem with this at all because I have loose guidelines of what I want to do, and then the players create the story as it goes.
Something
Nice.
that I just think is funny that never really comes up as an adventuring group is how much most people don't have the skills to tackle what they're actually going to do.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding.
Our group's pretty realistic about not knowing what to do.
Yeah. Well, some of that has to do with me not knowing what to do, but whatever works.
Don't be afraid also if you want. I mean, play the character however you want to, and then the story evolves as it goes from there, right? So you don't have to worry about whether you need to or don't need to. Just however you feel would be something you would enjoy doing, as long as you're not negatively affecting other people.
Just gonna murder
Yeah,
everybody in their
sober
sleep
me
and
needs
steal all
to.
their money.
Oh yeah, sounds like something Matthias would do.
Totally.
Totally.
Come an Oathbreaker paladin.
God.
Excellent.
We haven't pushed Matthias far enough yet.
Not yet. It's a little early for that.
That'll be level 8.
Someday we'll level up.
Well, since we
Someday
started,
we'll get into combat so we can level up.
we've been in combat.
No, I mean again, so we can level up.
Okay,
It's not
good
always.
night.
Good
night.
night.
Good night.